What is up, everybody? How's it going? How you guys doing tonight? Good vibes all the time. Can you guys hear me okay? What is up, Jack? What is up, Indiana? It's going. Okay, so Scuba Sam, you can hear me okay, right? Oh, wow. Saffron getting 5 inches of snow tonight. Yes. You know, I loved when I lived in Colorado, guys. I absolutely loved it. There was time that I had when I had my Hummer, I drove down the road and it was halfway up the hood of my Hummer, or not halfway up the hood, but halfway up the front of my Hummer. And I was literally plowing snow as I was driving, guys. It was every bit of probably 3 foot of snow for real. Hey, what's up, Phoenix? How's it going, bro? It is cold tonight again, guys, though. It is really cold. So I got a different thing I want to start off with tonight. I've kind of been talking about how these things happen, the murders happen, and nobody knows how they happened. Just a little bit of back, about what happens to people. There is a woman who's all heard of 10 to Life. I'm sure about everybody has actually heard of 10 to Life. So she has a video. It's called Debbie Colliers, Death Ruled Self-Inflicted. How many of you guys have heard of Debbie Colliers? Anybody? I know it's kind of new to me too, so I just read about it, and it is ridiculous, guys. Yeah, they say that she actually started a fire and self-inflicted harm on herself enough to kill herself, and she took too much pills on top of that. Not only that, they said she had radiation. And it's just crazy, guys, what the cops are actually ruling this case self-inflicted, so a suicide. I followed the story. I was watching her today. Yes, I watched it all. So you guys, have you guys seen the 10 to Life of her, the done by 10 to Life? When did this happen? This happened, I do believe this happened 2 months ago. Was it 2 months ago, guys? How long ago did that happen? Because I know 10 to Life just posted it 4 hours ago. So saw it. Okay, so I've got an audio clip. It's 15 minutes long, guys, but I'm actually going to do a reaction to the audio clip too, live. So I'm going to do it a little bit different tonight. 10 to Life is the YouTube channel. Yes, it is. September 12th, I do believe. So September. Yeah, so guys, even the 4 college students, they haven't even found the killer. Come to find out, it was a stabbing. They haven't even found that killer from there. So yeah. What is up, Joker? How's it going, bud? How's it going? It was September 11th. Yeah. So I mean, that's just crazy. Anyways, guys, I got an audio clip here. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna pause through it, and we're gonna talk about it as well through this whole case. This just kind of shows you the stuff we've been talking about. Just keeps going, guys. Anyways, guys, let me know if you guys can. Fat finger syndrome. I hear that. Let me know if you guys can hear this okay. I'm just going to start this off.
Elise, and this is 10 to Life. Wow. Boy, oh boy, do we have some stuff.
Can everybody hear that okay? I just paused it for a second. Fat finger syndrome. I think I have fat finger syndrome too. What's up, Phoenix? Did you guys hear that clip of 10 to Life real quick? Tell me if you guys could hear this okay.
To talk about today.
Okay, so you did.
Do me a quick favor. I jumped on a little earlier than I planned. Just let me know you can hear me okay.
Okay, so I'm just going to go through this. We're going to react about it, guys. Afterwards, we're going to talk about it. We're going to bring on panel. We're going to talk more about it. But I want to kind of start doing this kind of stuff to kind of give us something to actually go off of and talk about, even though it is open mic night. So anything could change, guys. So anyways, let's get to this.
I have everything turned off here in my office, so I can't hear myself. So just let me know that you can hear me, and then we'll jump right in. I see a lot of you guys are shook as well, that this is just absolutely crazy. Nobody was expecting this. Yep, great. All right, so what I'm going to do here is just a few minutes ago, it was announced that the cause of death in Debbie Collier's death has been ruled by the medical examiner as self-inflicted. And I'm going to read the article to you. The police and the sheriff's office still have not come forward and addressed it publicly. I'd imagine that that is going to come very soon. I personally am going to be very interested to hear what they say, considering they pushed homicide so firmly. But let's talk first about this article. I'm going to pull it up on the screen and read it with you guys. Then we're going to talk more about all this, because I know so many of you guys are equally shook as I am. All right, here we go. Hydrocodone intoxication. And this was said by the county deputy coroner. On September 11th, law enforcement found her partially burned and her partially nude body in the woods, and we know that. So then it goes on to say, it's pretty evident that she started the fire. From what I saw and what I consider to be the case is that what this was a self-inflicted death, but I was relying on the results of the autopsy and the doctor at the lab to make the final call. Then it goes on to say, talks a little bit about the recent interview, which we'll talk about in a minute here. And then it says, where is it? Here.
So let's stop right there, guys. Look, this woman is partially nude. And this is an older woman, you guys. So they go to say that she was burnt. She started the fire herself. Something doesn't make sense here. It sounds like to me that someone's not wanting to put in the work to actually find out what truly actually happened to this woman. That's what it sounds like to me. So I honestly think that things is going on that doesn't need to be going on, guys. I mean, you have a woman, an older woman supposedly starting a fire. Yes, Jack, it seems very weird. Starting a fire, burning herself. What is she going to do? Run into the fire? It makes absolutely no sense. Whether you're high or not, it makes absolutely no sense. Radiation burns. And then, of course, they got to throw pills in there, too. Well, let me tell you something. The pills ain't going to do nothing for you whenever you decide you're just going to run into a fire. Plus, you have radiation burns. How did she get the radiation burns? A lot of this stuff isn't even said, guys. How all this stuff actually happened. But anyways, guys, let's continue with the video.
Go. This afternoon, now Habersham had reached out to the sheriff and the chief deputy for an update on the investigation. Now, only the chief deputy responded, stating, "We do not have anything to release at this time." Then it says that the sheriff's office has not released any official information or updates on this investigation since the press conference where they said that the act was personal and targeted. And the sheriff has yet to address the community public.
How is it personal and targeted? Why is her clothes off? Her body is half burnt. Do you guys see this? You see how weird things are actually turning? Now, can this be because of who the person is? You know what I'm saying? I mean, sometimes the last name goes a long ways in towns. We all know this, guys. But how is this woman going to end up with radiation burns on her half of her body, basically took too many hydrocodone, and get her clothes off? Let's continue.
It says the coroner says that he has spoken with family members to inform them of the medical examiner's ruling. And while there still remain many unanswered questions, the biggest is to The biggest as to how Debbie Collier died has now been answered. And then they go on and there's a quote saying, "I'm glad it's over, but I'm sorry for the family and all that they have had to go through. All of the questioning and suspicion and things they've had to go through have made it difficult for them to live a normal life. I feel sorry for them and my prayers are with them." So let me just stop sharing this really quick. Now, this is a huge shock to all of us. I mean, I don't think any of us were expecting this, right?
Yeah, because everybody thought she was murdered, guys. Everybody thought this woman was actually murdered. Just because, how do you burn yourself, guys? She didn't like start a fire in a field and run into the fire. It just didn't happen. They didn't say that. But they did say she started a fire that actually burnt her, half of her body. It just doesn't make sense to me. Why are you... Now, picture this, okay? You're an older woman. You are on medication for pain. Why is she going to run into a fire? And how did the radiation burns get on her body? And then she's found with her clothes off. And yeah, when you get burnt, sure, your clothes can actually, burn. But they actually said her clothes was removed. It sounds fishy, guys. It sounds like a cover-up if I ever heard of one. It's just like the 4 teens that got stabbed. They haven't even found that killer yet. They can't even find the knife that did it. And come to find out, there was 2 people sleeping at the time that so just survived it all. But the other 4 people got stabbed to death. Weird stuff, guys. Anyways, let's continue.
You can tell by your comments, some of you still don't even believe it. Now, what's so crazy about this is, first of all, the ruling itself, but of course the circumstances around it. The smashed phone, the fire, obviously the Venmo message. So interestingly enough, I actually had recorded a video yesterday on this case, going over the latest interview with Amanda.
Okay, so there's a smashed phone on top of it all, guys. But this has already been ruled a suicide. So what is a woman going to do? Smash her phone before she commits suicide? Do you guys see where this whole thing is going? This whole thing is going towards the same way that every other case has gone within the past year. Yeah. I mean, that's true, Saferin. That's 100% true. Wolverine says no way. Yeah, I say no way too. It's too crazy. It's too out there. I mean, it's a perfect story, guys. And an older woman, and who's going to commit suicide by burning themselves, guys? And she didn't die from being burnt. Half of her body was burnt. They said that she took too many hydrocodone, which is pain medication, which is an opioid. And I don't think people should even be on opioids unless they're dying, guys. That's my belief. Barbie says, right. Big ass white boy. What is up, bud? What is up? So Joker says, I'm with you, bare bones. I'm still trying to do it. Don't make sense, especially in the radiation burns. My opinion, the government. Okay. Well, I mean, guys, how many of us has been to school where your last name actually meant something? And if you didn't have a rich last name, then you was a nobody. I mean, why are they going to say this woman committed suicide whenever her phone is broke, her clothes is removed, then she has radiation burns, and then you're going to say she burnt herself? Just doesn't make sense to me anyways, guys. Anyways, guys, let's continue with the video.
An interview that Megs and I did with Jeffrey that was a 2-hour-long interview that he didn't want aired, and kind of just talking through some of the things we've seen along the way, some inconsistencies. And in one portion of this video, I said, let's play devil's advocate here and say that it was self-inflicted. Here's what I think may have happened. And I go on to explain that. And one of the biggest pieces in that video that I had said is that if this was self-inflicted, I believe when she was in that parking lot for the 10 minutes or so not driving, that most likely was when she was consuming the medication or the pills that, you know, it was suspected she had used to do this. And that then she drove to the place where she was assuming that it would be, you know, the final destination of where this would end. And perhaps she was so heavily intoxicated by the time she arrived that they hit her sooner than she thought that the fire was accidental. But with that, I kind of dissected it further, being like, but let's talk more about that fire. Let's talk more about this. So now it kind of seems like a moot point, obviously, to release that video. If you guys still want me to, I could do it right after this live just so you could see it, because it does kind of go through both interviews and that synopsis. But obviously now that we know the ruling from the medical examiner, there's not really a question mark as to the manner of death anymore, officially.
All right, guys, look, I'm going to stop that right there. We're just going to end it right there because it goes on. She talks about a little more, but it doesn't. The points of interest was actually, well, whenever she talked about what actually happened to her. Guys, I don't know. I should have looked how old this woman was. I mean, it really doesn't matter, but it gives it more insight that it was actually an older woman, guys. An older woman usually doesn't do that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Wicked Blood, whatever. You are so funny, girl. You are so funny. Maybe Ellie just can't keep expenses and just all call the self. Yes, yes. Do you maybe a fake kidnapping and it didn't go as well? Yeah, yeah. Oh, she was 59 years old, guys. So 10 to Life just went on to say that she sat in a parking lot. What she thinks what happened is she sat in a parking lot. She took her medication, too much of it, went to the final resting spot and burnt herself. Why? It makes absolutely no sense. What happened to the phone? Nobody's even talking about the phone. The phone was busted. Plus, there was a Venmo sent before. It is absolutely crazy, guys. I had to turn my Bluetooth off. I was probably coming through the bedroom speaker. I wonder I didn't get my door kicked in by my wife, guys. Yes. So, anyways, guys, I just wanted to share that with you guys in the beginning. I thought it was absolutely crazy that would actually happen, and they're actually ruling it a suicide on top of that. So, anyways, guys, I'm gonna turn off the speaker real quick. Anyways, guys, all right, I'm gonna drop a link in the panel, guys. Anybody's welcome. Like I said, it is open mic night, so guys, whatever you want to talk about, wherever this conversation wants to go, I'm here for 2 hours for you guys. So let's get it started. There it is. Anybody is welcome on panel. Yes, Wicked Blood Metal Queen. I thought you lived in Norman. I thought you actually worked at the Walmart in Norman. But yeah, guys, 59 years old. And the woman just commits suicide. Spencer, Food Reviews. What is up, buddy? How's it going? Scuba Sam. What is up, Scuba? I tell you what, it is lonely in these headsets without someone talking. Let me tell you. All you hear is a background noise. I got studio headsets for kind of early Christmas present, I guess. And all you can hear is like the background noise, and it's really lonely. So I'm glad you joined. But yeah, 59 years old.
Yeah, her name is Debbie Collier.
Debbie Collier. And what state did this happen in?
Georgia.
Georgia. So Jack, Georgia. State of Georgia. Georgia.
Oh my goodness. It's
I've
just been crazy.
Yeah, I only released one video today, guys. I was like, I didn't even want to do a video today. I'm going to take Saturday off, like totally off, and like no lives, no nothing. And we're going to go to the museum, to the aquarium. My daughter wants to see octopuses. So we're going to take her to see octopuses, go do that, have fun like that.
That'll be awesome.
So I'm just going to take all day Saturday off. And
I have had a horrible headache today.
Really?
Yeah.
I hate headaches, girl.
Well, from my strokes, I have what's called occipital neuralgia. So all of a sudden it'll just hit me. They're called thunderstrike headaches, and it's not a good time.
Thunderstrike headaches.
It's awesome.
That's
or
kind of
thunderclap.
Thunderclap. What, they just happen out of the blue?
Yeah, they hit me hard today.
Yeah. I tell you what, I absolutely hate headaches. Barbie Watson. What is up, Barbie? I can't get the panels right now because my headphones, I only have one. The sound will all be terrible.
Oh no.
Find another one. New set. Okay, well, yeah, get a new set whenever you can and come on panel. We'd like to have you.
More the merrier.
What is up, Eisman? Or Eisman? Is that a fake one? I'm not sure.
Is it Eisman?
Yeah, it's Eisman.
That's the fake one.
Yeah. What is up, J-Mez?
What's up, man?
Nothing much, bro. Just chilling. I get ice pick migraines. Oh, what is ice pick migraines? Is that a such thing?
Probably. There's a horrible. They're horrible.
I get the back of my right skull area, and it feels like little electrical shocks to me. Just like it'll. Yeah.
Mine start at the back of my eye.
Yeah. Doctor told me what they were and why it does that. And like I said, man, that COVID fog and then finding out some medicine I take that I'm quit taking all those early signs of dementia. So I wonder, I'm having problems with my vision. Now my memory, so this ought to be just magical in about 7 years.
Yeah. Is it daylight behind you? Is it daylight in your door right there? Is that what that is? That light's behind you.
Behind me here? Man, that's a Elvis is right there behind me, bro, and that's his
Holy crap.
That's his shine, man. That's the king of rock and roll, baby. Elvis. Man, it's that LED lights I got down there at the Farm and Ranch store, man.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yes.
I'm building a time machine in here, bro.
It looks like something, man.
Hell, I'm building a time machine, man. I got all my RC airplane parts and
awesome.
And I'm gonna send this squirrel back in time, bro. And I'm gonna say, look, man, you know what? It's like we gotta figure something out, man. And
I hear you.
Hey, Shade Darker.
What is up, Shade Darker? How's it going, bud? You're welcome on panel if you would like to come on. So let's kind of talk about what do you guys want to talk about?
Let's see. Let's talk about those 4 murders because that's some crazy shit. If there was people in that house, how did they not hear them being brutally stabbed?
Okay, so this
you talking about the new one? You talking about the one in Arizona?
Yep. No, the one in Idaho.
Yeah, in Idaho.
There was one a day ago in Arizona too, in Phoenix. 5, a murder-suicide.
Wow. Hold on, guys. Hold on a second. Indian Forever, I truly appreciate that. Seriously, that means the world to me. I really enjoy your videos. I appreciate you participating in opinions. I like how you conduct yourself and you don't fall into the drama. Keep up the awesome job. $20 is for you to take your daughter out to ice cream. I will do that, bro. And I swear to God, I will do a short of taking her out to ice cream. That will happen, guys. You know what? When I come on here, I try to be ever since I started my channel, guys, I've been 100% real with everybody.
Yeah.
I've stood up for Creek Squad. I've done everything that a person could do to show everybody 100% real, guys. And Little Payday is actually gained quite a few subscribers, guys.
Yeah, he's at 700 and oh
Yeah,
god,
let's look
I
real
just
quick.
looked at it. 709, 10.
Little Payday, man, Little Payday. Let's see here. He'll get some more subscribers off of this one too. 714 now. He was at 689 last night before we rated his channel.
Yep.
So he's at 714 now. So
And then I went to Father Sons and I commented on their live and told them that we invaded Lil Payday.
Right. And what is Shade Darker at? Shade Darker, dang. When we rated Shade Darker, he was at 28. Now he's at 248.
That's what we like to hear.
So that's big, guys. That's big. I mean, we took someone from 28 subscribers to 248 subscribers, and now we have Little Payday. We took from 686 to 214.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's what we're here for, guys. That's what
I'm pumping out as many shorts as I can, trying to build my stuff up.
Sam, your time will come. Your time will come.
Oh no, I'm not worried about it. Like I'm doing all positive stuff. I'm trying to show everybody that I'm me and I'm never going to be anything but.
Right. And that's the way it should be, guys. Love yourself, like yourself, be nothing but yourself. And that's how it should be, guys. And I've told my daughters that. My 19-year-old daughter, she asked me one day, she said, Dad, what would you want me to be? I said, be yourself, nothing but yourself. And don't let nobody ever change what you want to become out, what you want to be in your life. And I mean that. And you can be anything you want to be. Anyways, so we go on to Joker. Joker says, don't feel bad, Scuba Sam. I have a headache in the past 2 days and I'm still at work. This sucks. I am a wimp when it comes to headaches, guys. I will be the first to say, so I probably would have went home already. That is 100%.
If y'all watch my stroke video, my headaches is what started my stroke, and that's the only symptom I had.
So, oh wow. So yes, and then Jack goes on, and I wish I would have found his channel earlier. Yes, Jack. Well, I mean, it's never too late, bro. Sock Strong Creek Squad for life says, hi, Bare Bones. What is up? Sock Strong Creek Squad for life. 100%. What is up? How's it going? What is that?
This is a wishing well that's about as big around as this is my hand. You see how there's my hand, and then there's so it's about 9 inches, about 10 inches wide. My hand's about 9 inches, so another inch, so 10 inches.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Anyway.
That's crazy. I mean, I would like to be able to do that kind of stuff and actually sell them. So
dude, I'm going to tell you something, bro. Anything teachable is attainable.
Right.
Okay? Right. I'm a visual learner. I sucked in math all through high school, bro.
Right.
I sucked into it. Then I went to a private church school here, and I finished out there. And
wow.
It was total. It was. But anyway, it's just patience, man, and a love and a passion for what you do.
Right.
You know, when I started out in 2012, and I'll make it quick because I'm long-winded.
Go ahead.
But when I started out in 2012, you know, I just started with birdhouses, you know, and I figured out my angles, and I made one, then I made another one, and they got, it went from okay to good to better to good, and it just, and then so I graduated from birdhouses.
We're still searching for.
Sorry, go ahead.
I graduated from birdhouses to wishing wells, and I just learned the angles and the cuts, and I mean, I can add like ridiculous now. I mean, but I still don't use algebra,
right?
So, and couldn't put a word and a letter together to save my life.
I hear you, bud. I hear you. Yes,
since man, it's just like with anything. Anybody can do anything. And the problem with it is you, like you were saying, you said be me, and this is me. And the problem with it is I make people laugh, but when I do a voice impression, I'm not that person.
Right,
I stop.
right.
So I don't want anybody thinking that I'm, I don't care about YouTube money. I don't care about any of that kind of stuff. I'm doing this because I just want to get out there and make people laugh. And,
100%, bro. I totally get that. And whenever, like I said before, whenever I started my YouTube channel, this YouTube channel wasn't even supposed to make it, guys. Like, I didn't think anything about it. This was just something I did to get my mind off of life in general, I guess. And that's the reason why I come up with love yourself, like yourself, be nothing but yourself. And that's the reason why I come up with one life, one mic. And that's also the reason why I came up with Money Don't Sleep. So those are 3 shirts that actually I'm going to be dipping some time into. Because it seems like I never get done with what my job is. It seems like I'm always looking for a video, looking for a reaction, looking towards people to see who is true and who is not true.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So anyways, guys, I'm going to go into this video. This is actually, how long is this? This is a 2-minute and 34-second video. It's actually getting basically caught up on everybody else caught up on the 4 college kids. But anyways, guys, here we go.
The devastating loss to families and the community continues here. Rathdrum native Kaylee Gonsalves had big plans for her future. She had just bought a new car. She was looking forward to her new job in Texas. And our Vanessa Perez is here in studio with us, continuing the coverage of the 4 U of I students and this murder.
A fighter is the first word that comes to mind when Kaylee's sister talks about her. Kaylee and Madison Mogan were more than friends. They were like family, young lives cut way too short. Families are still searching for so many unanswered questions to this horrific tragedy.
Met, in the 5th, 6th grade, and that was it. Like, there was just no going back. They always had each other, and Karen, Maddie's mom, has said, and she's always said, you just need one good friend in life. And they were each other's one good friend, for better or for worse, because they had plenty of their fights. Honestly, most of the time at Kaylee's fault.
The 2 were more like sisters, inseparable. Maddie was a bonus child to the Gonsalves family.
They did everything together. And so it's unfortunate that they had to experience this tragedy together. But we are taking a bit of consolation in knowing that they weren't alone. We can't imagine what they went through. But it feels a little bit easier to swallow knowing that they had each other.
Families coming to grips with so much loss as unanswered questions loom. Maddie and Kaylee went out to a bar downtown that night, not knowing it would be their last time.
And to the individual who did this, your days are numbered. It's not a matter of if, it is a matter of when. And I would put everything in me on that. We have a lot of support from local authorities, from state authorities, from the FBI, as well as 4 families. I'm just one piece of that.
We know there are 2 surviving roommates. Olivia has tried to contact the 2, but has not heard from them. Olivia says she's frustrated with the limited information from police. She feels like there should have been more emphasis on the help from public in the first 48 hours of the investigation.
So you go on and you literally have 2 survivors in the house that night. Now, I watched an FBI agent talk about this case before I got on here. And what they said was there's no way that somebody in the same house did not hear what was going on.
Yeah.
So he was like, and the guy was like, so the reporter was like, so are you saying that the 2 that survived may be actually in on this? And he said they definitely know something about who did this. Because they wasn't touched, guys. You're in the exact same house. There's people brutally stabbed. 4 people.
Even if you're sleeping, you heard something.
You heard something at that time.
Yes.
But I mean, no one's coming forward again. It's crazy.
Just, oh,
And
Lord.
then before that, they show their last 2 hours of their life when they got food. They spent it with friends. They was walking around, talking to people.
Mhm.
They
They went
left.
the boy went, I know at least the boy went to a party.
Right. And then they left, went home, ate their food. And then their lives ended by somebody, but their front door has a code on it, a pad code on it.
No forced entry.
And they said that most of the people, that was known as a party house. So
Mhm.
most of the people already knew the code to that door.
Yep.
It's just sad. It's sad how many people actually, was actually murdered in that. And there's nobody coming forward with any of it.
No.
So they were at home, though, because they weren't found until later the next day. Yeah, I know, at 12 o'clock the next day.
Yeah, they didn't even call
I think not. Yeah, the roommates didn't even call
until noon.
I mean, so the roommates didn't even call. The cops didn't call. Nothing. And what the FBI agent said about this house is, well, you can imagine 4 people getting stabbed. That's what the guy said. I know that's getting gruesome, guys, but it's kind of to the point to where, nobody's opening up their eyes when it comes to all this true crime stuff. It's like they just pass it on as like the woman that supposedly burnt herself to death.
Right.
59 years old. It doesn't make sense. And once again, it just doesn't. I mean, you have all this stuff happening and everybody just, think how the families are feeling.
Right.
The families are probably like, what happened? What's going on with this whole ordeal?
This makes no sense.
I mean, and they got to live with it the rest of their life.
Right.
I mean, so let's see what Boston says. I just understand the 2 roommates not waking up. You just understand the 2 roommates not waking up. You don't understand the 2 roommates waking up. Are you saying they was in too deep of sleep? Let's go on to Christian Pointer. It's insane unless main arteries were cut and they was asleep. I smell set up. Definitely set up. They haven't even found the knife, guys. They haven't found the murder weapon. Nothing. And it's been more than 48 hours now. It's been 4 days?
Yep. Going on 5.
I mean, it's so crazy, guys, because every night we've talked about this stuff and it's just like this stuff just keeps piling up. It's never ending.
Right.
And none of it's getting solved. Not a damn bit of it.
And everything's just getting crazier and crazier.
Shay Darker says, oh, thanks, guys. Jane says, how can the 2 roommates not be the ones to find them? Exactly.
Yeah.
The cops
that was my first question.
Yeah. The cops say it was the worst scene they've ever seen and blood everywhere. I'm confused. I believe half of the world is actually confused that's actually seen this whole ordeal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's crazy. You have people sleeping, coming home from parties. They live there for a long time. And who cares if it's a party house, guys? Right. That makes absolutely no business. That makes absolutely no difference. So what happened to the 2 that survived? They know who did this stuff. They know something about who did this stuff. They have to.
Right.
A killer's just not going to let 2 people survive, guys. It's not going to happen. Anyways, guys, let's move on. Okay, Boston says, just don't. Okay.
He doesn't understand.
So you don't understand it, I'm guessing. Well, I can say this much, that if there's 2 people in that house, they heard something.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care how deep asleep they are, they heard something. But you have a right to your own opinion. And
he's agreeing with us.
Okay, cool. Okay, so let's move on here. Liz Morningstar, hey Bare Bones, hope you and yours are doing good. We're actually doing great, guys. We're actually doing great. So thank you very much for that. Wolverine, dude, your house is big enough to hear something like that. Yeah, I do believe it's a 2-story home. So all the bedrooms upstairs, guys. So your kitchen's going to be downstairs. Your bathroom's going to be downstairs. There's probably 2 bathrooms to that place, one upstairs and one downstairs. I used to live in one that actually looked almost exactly like it. And it was probably almost the same floor plan, because the blonde-headed girl, actually done TikTok videos all the time. And that's how you can see some of her houses, the TikTok videos. So it's crazy, guys. It is absolutely crazy. Jane Gypsy says they're in an apartment where, yes, they actually are. Wolverine says, oh, snap. Hello with 1 star. Jen, hey, Bare Bones. And the press conference didn't answer anything for me, left me more confused. The press conference on the 4 college students, is that what you're talking about?
I think so.
Yeah. Look, the thing about it is we're never going to find out actually who did it. But then again, the FBI guy gave 100% saying that they would absolutely figure out who did it, because it was done. It was done out of the blue. And just because there wasn't forced entry, there's got to be DNA on somebody of the killer. So it will be solved. It's just a matter of time, guys. And where is the killer at? Is he in Mexico already? Or
Right.
He or she? I mean, what? I mean, he could be gone by now, guys. I mean, he knows what he did. But what was the motive behind it?
Yeah, it's making no sense.
Jealousy? Jealousy, probably. Jealousy is bad, guys. Jealousy is envy. We had this discussion last night about jealousy, guys. There's some people out there doesn't want you to have another person when you're in a relationship because, well, they think that they belong to you, guys and gals.
Mm-hmm.
There's real people out there like that, and we are witnessing it right now. I bet you anything probably had to do with some kind of jealousy, because the girls was actually down-to-earth girls. They come from a well-rounded family, but now does that mean that they didn't get themselves into something? It does not, because it's easily done. All it takes is one person you meet that is into something, and you know too much, and that's that. It's crazy. Anyways, guys, all right, Jim is backstage again. We're going to let him on. What is up, sir?
Hey,
What's up?
do me a favor.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what this spells. James.
James.
Okay. What do I call? What are you, Bear, or are you like? What do I call you? The
Bare
host?
Bones.
Bare Bones.
Bare Bones. Well, because someone said Deuces.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no. Deuces is actually my nickname. Yeah, Deuces. I go by Deuces as well. So.
All right. Well, anyway, you. And it's my fault because I people think the Z means it's like James or Jaime or what. It is Jaime, but it's James. So I just want to clear that up.
Okay, James.
I felt
Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
I got you.
Because when I heard it, he was like, James is out there. I was like, man, I need to tell him that's supposed to be an S. I was just,
I had to change my name because I had it as Samalama, and they kept calling me Samalama. I was like, nope, we can't. This won't do.
You're Scuba
Right.
Sam?
I'm Scuba Sam.
Now, that's awesome because I don't know why, and don't take this the wrong way. Every time I heard, because I've heard your name all in different,
Platforms.
yeah, and so the first thing that pops in my head is Scuba Steve.
Yeah, that's where I got my nickname.
Oh, that because every time I hear it was like, now look, if you go to scuba school. So
I love Big Daddy.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Well, hey, what can I say? 6'5" and what you gonna do, brother? This is Hollywood Hulk Hogan, brother. I love you so much, Bear Bone. Let me tell you something, brother. We're gonna take this to the
Where
stratosphere.
did I start?
Positivity, baby.
I'm just waiting for Sting to run up behind you and DDT you or something, bro.
Right?
Like,
I wish the old ass would. Shoot, where's he at? Where's he at?
shoot,
Sting?
I remember like WCW and WWF and ECW and
NWO.
all that stuff.
You know who
NWO was on
is?
WCW. I mean,
Dude, I
You know who-
love the Dudley brothers.
Dudley
Yeah.
Brothers, yeah, they was cool. They was cool.
Yeah.
You know who Dusty Rhodes is?
Yeah.
I do know who Dusty Rhodes is. Yes.
You know, I'm the American Dwayne Dusty Rhodes. I don't want to say right now to my friends and family, baby. I'm coming from Atlanta, Georgia, all the way to Oklahoma City, baby. We're gonna tear out the lights, baby. We're gonna bring everything from Georgia, baby. We're gonna light you up like the solar coast, baby.
Did you
Sorry,
ever?
man. Uh-huh.
You was on PBR's panel, wasn't there? A few times. Excuse me, a few
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
Did you ever do any of your voices with him or anything?
But I mean, man, I don't know, man. We were talking about really, I was really like reserved when I was there because my whole deal is this: everybody can have their opinion, you know, and as long as I've never, you know, because I'm not on here to hurt no one. You know, I make a few sarcastic, you know, videos about my 12
Right.
points and Dagburn. We ain't never gonna meet those people, and it just, you know, it's no big thing. It's not like I'm blowing up with 11 subscribers. You know, it's like I'm
So, I
nobody.
mean, do you like Dagburn? Is that?
Yeah, I ain't got a
Yeah.
problem with the dude. I think he's, you know, my comedy and who I am are two different people.
Right.
So
Right.
when I'm roasting somebody or trying to roast them, it's like I'm trying to kind of like compliment them in the same way if they, I mean, because I don't know, dude. I don't know. I just think that, you know, I don't know.
Dagburn
People,
roasts himself.
huh?
So Dagburn roasts himself.
Yeah. Now he does. I mean, Dadburn's changed
Yeah.
a lot. For
Oh,
real,
yeah.
For real.
Yeah,
He's a
I
good
saw
guy.
that. He did a deal with some wig thing. Looked
Yeah.
like a Joe Dirt. I was like, wait a minute, wasn't Joe Dirt blonde?
Where
was
he
like-
just threw himself in the bushes.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like-
that was probably my favorite part of him whenever he threw himself in the bushes. I told him too on his panel. I said, Dadburn, the favorite video of mine of you was actually whenever you threw yourself in the bushes was probably my favorite one. So
Hey,
It cracked me up.
Guess what? Scuba
What's up?
Sim and Bare Bones.
what's up?
What's that?
I might just have a phone, but this is what we call THC redneck ingenuity. Now watch this.
Okay.
Johnny. Hey, baby. Hey.
Wow.
Nothing on me, baby. Nice. It's a cool 75
Wow.
degrees. I love you guys. I want to take
Oh,
one and eat Church's fried chicken, even though Upchurch doesn't own it. Sorry.
No, you're good, bro. You're good. You are
But yeah,
good.
well,
No, Dad Burns good people. You know, like I told him, you know, he had his differences. He made it right though, guys. I mean, as long as Mama Church comes along and says, "Hey, I forgive you," then I think just about anybody would actually forgive him at that point. Associated with Creek Squad, anyways, guys.
Yep.
So Barbie says Dad Burn has come a long ways. I don't know why I read the right side of the screen when it's right in front of me, guys. Dad Burn has come a long ways. He's cool. I'm happy he's doing better. Yes, he is doing better. I haven't watched one of his videos in a minute though, so it's kind of different to me.
I actually got on panel with him a couple nights ago.
I got on a panel with him too, and the day he was wearing the wig was the same day I was wearing my wizard costume. I think it was Halloween whenever he did that too. So but yes. So guys, let's move on to talk about. Have anybody heard anything about Michael Vaughn anymore?
I have.
Yeah, I watched some stuff today.
And what they say? Anything different? Probably not.
No, they're just still working on the backyard.
Yeah. See, and isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? They're still just trying to dig for him. It's
Yeah,
just,
they're digging and moving the dirt to another location so they can sift through it.
so they could sift through it.
What are they doing? Gold mining? Well, I mean, not to make fun of the situation, but seriously.
No, yeah, I mean, it's almost what it
I know
sounds like.
I know what they're thinking. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a year and a half, so I mean, you know, there's nothing
I
there.
get it. Yeah,
It remains.
Yeah,
I
it
thought
just
it
remains at
like-
that point. So
I'm sorry. I don't follow.
Let's
There's so
Morningstar
many of these,
says,
man, they just pile up, dude. It's like when I catch up on the news is here, and then there's me, and then there's 50 piles of shit, and then it's just like,
right.
it's like, what's happening? It's like, didn't we just have a murder? Can we just take a break for like a week? You know,
Yeah.
no wonder the cops can't figure it out. Hell, they're so confused. And I've got family that are retired cops, man, and you know, not on my brother's side anyway, but on my
Right.
God. But,
Yeah, I mean,
oh,
this is a never-ending thing when it comes to murder cases and true crime. And you know, I was watching a video also about two boys, guys. They was actually handcuffed. Their moms actually kept them inside of a building, inside their home.
The twins?
Yeah, the twins. You hear about that? Where she made them actually eat feces.
Yes.
yeah,
And they escaped.
That is crazy, guys. Look, I told the story about the girl that actually the cops found her. She had a hat on. She escaped. Her 7 other sisters in the house.
Yeah, that was the Turpin family.
Yeah, that was crazy too, guys. That reminds me of, remember that movie People Under the Stairs?
Yes.
That kind of what that reminded me of, guys, and it gave me the willies and the creeps. I mean, truthfully, that's what it did to me whenever I read about that and watched a video of her. Will go up to the cops and he was like, "Are you on drugs?" And she's like, "What is drugs?
What's your social? What's a social?"
Yeah, but the other 2 boys we're talking about was extremely malnourished. Their moms kept them inside the house. That she handcuffed them. She wasn't even there. She was gone, out of state.
Mm-hmm.
So kept them tied up. Went on to actually make them eat each other's feces and drink each other's feces. So yes, people is really out there like this, guys. And it takes me back to, who is our neighbors?
Yeah.
We don't know who our neighbors are, guys.
That J.C. Duggar case, you know, they said that when they said how close she was to being found and how cops were always there, I was like, how did they? It's 20-something years, man, and had a kid with the dude, and now she's like insta mom, and it's just, I mean, you talk about really being screwed up in your head, man.
Yeah. You know, there's a lot of people out there like that, guys, that is very screwed up in their head. But let's change the subject a little bit, guys. Have you guys seen PBR on at all?
I don't go there, so I don't know.
I haven't seen him on. I haven't seen him on at all. So it makes me wonder where he's been at, what he's been doing. Because I haven't done a reaction to his videos in a minute.
I talked to him. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. And the reason he didn't have a live was because he took one or a few cars to Cleveland and then back for a customer. So yeah, he'll probably be on. I don't know. Really can't speak for him, but I can just kind of tell you that, you know, that's where our conversation was at, you know.
Right. Yeah.
He just said, "Hey man, I hope you have a great day." I said, "Thanks. Just still moving my mom." And he goes, "Yeah, no live, and maybe tomorrow. I don't know. It just depends on." But
right. I mean, I've always went on to say that PBR would actually do good if he, you know, started doing something like with working on his trucks all the time or something.
Stick with what he knows.
Stick with what he knows. I mean, whenever you get on a live, guys, and you start talking about 16-year-old girls and what people look at with Xbox 360s, and you're 63 years old, that just gets kind of weird, guys. And see, that's where he kind of put himself at through the whole ordeal, through his lives, through his panels. And now people look at him totally different as far as all that stuff actually goes.
And I don't think they're ever not going to look at him like that now.
Right.
Unfortunately for him.
Yeah. So Twilight, Zara, can you at least wave at me so I actually see you're real?
I don't know.
Right.
I mean, and and I'm just gonna tell y'all, the person I talked to is, we don't have this long, back and forth. It's like, hey, what's up? Other than that,
I totally get that.
Honestly, man, I don't know. I've heard a lot of stuff, but then I don't. People on YouTube are not the same people when they get off YouTube. Even if they,
as soon as they shut off the camera, some people totally different. So,
I don't know what all was,
Right.
I have seen. I don't think the guy's anything.
Yeah,
like that.
I don't know. I don't really. Like I've said it before. I don't like him as a content creator, as a person. I don't know him, so I really can't speak on him. Like I said, over here, we kind of keep our nose to ourselves. We keep it clean. We keep positivity. But I mean, when trash comes our way, we know it, so we stand up for it. And that's kind of where we're at with the whole psychobabble ordeal. Is there was so much talked about in his streams, out of his streams. There's so much controversy with his panel in general that he seems to, and everybody else, if you notice, anonymous man, all that people's gone. They're nowhere around no more because they went off to start their own channels.
I haven't really just, like I said, he popped up one day out of nowhere on an I was looking at watching Upchurch, and then I saw him. I don't know what it was, and then I just somehow connected him as I was like, damn, it looks like Upchurch, like at 63. That's crazy.
Yeah. So what is up? What is up, Twilight? Tell us a bit about yourself.
I'm all right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you just fine, bro.
Good. I just wanted to add in, thank you for reacting to his stuff, because I was tired of giving him views because he was a bit of an asshole.
Okay. I think I've seen you in my comments before. Is that right?
You've probably seen me a few times that go under the name of Nate D.
Okay. Yeah.
I left a few things like being snarky and stuff, but after a while, I was just kind of like, okay, this is kind of the train wreck that everybody wants to watch and see how far it goes. So,
and it's a train wreck still waiting to happen, guys. I mean, we go on, we see people every single day on this platform. It changes.
It's tough because I enjoy Upchurch. I listen to him. Yeah, it's made me think a little bit here and there, but in the end, I'm just kind of like, it is what it is. It's drama. I got a life outside of work, so
right.
At the end of the day, it is what it is. But at the same time, it's kind of hard for him to go or to talk about and say stuff like Crack Squad. And it's just like, dude, you don't know us. You don't know any of us. Shut the fuck up. Sorry.
No, you're good, bro. You can. That ain't gonna get me in trouble. It's kind of like, he comes on his panel and he uses his panel as kind of like a crutch for him.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what it seems like. When somebody actually doesn't really have a life after a certain point in nighttime, that's kind of what it's like. Hey guys, hey babe, I'm gonna go get on my channel, you want to sit next to me and hear me talk about stuff, in which you should actually slap me upside the head and tell me to stop. That's kind of where it's at. I'm gonna sit here with a fake camera above my head, guys.
For me, it's basically just come home and either work on music, play games, or get lost in YouTube.
Yeah, and guys, I go on a lot of Google binges. Like seriously, like I sat here the other night, and after I got done, my eyes was red just from rubbing them, trying to stare at the screen and stuff. I was like, finally, I went to bed. So I understand the Google binges. I need to get a new monitor too. I need to get a widescreen monitor, and stuff like that. So maybe Santa Claus will bring me one of those for Christmas, guys, because this monitor I have is good. I mean, and everything, but I'm wanting something totally different. Maybe an Alienware, something like that. So, but yeah, I mean, as far as PBR goes, I mean, PBR went as far as telling me that you need a $200 mic to do a YouTube video, basically.
No, you don't.
I mean, you know, and the night I went over there, whenever Progressive actually went over there first, and you said what he said, whatever, that's whatever to me. Anyways, all they did was make fun of me in the comments. And it's like all I ever did was actually did reaction videos to you, dude. I don't even know you personally. And honestly, I don't even want to know you personally. I'm not a friend. You know what I'm saying? I'm somebody doing the same thing you are. And, you know, I mean, but he does it better. It's like whenever he would do a review back to me, it's like, what am I supposed to do? Am I just supposed to sit here and just let this dude do a review back on me?
But he's saying the same thing over. He has nothing new.
He has nothing new. And that's the reason why I kept doing reactions to him, guys, is because he had nothing new.
Dude, it's so funny because I can literally time when you're going to be like, psychobabble, are you losing your train of thought?
Yeah. And you could totally see it too. Like he was about to fall out a couple of times.
Where are you going?
I mean, it made absolutely no sense to me. I mean, and he would sit there, and guys, I don't edit my videos. When I do a reaction, I literally just hit record and I end it whenever I end it. So, and you could tell wherever he cuts his videos and stuff, it's just so funny, guys. I don't get it. And then, you know, what is YouTube drama, guys?
That's a cool table.
Oh, it's a picnic table for a squirrel.
Oh, wow.
Put some string on it, hanging from the tree or something.
I'm making 5 for a lady, but they'll have a little lip up here where the bowls sit in here. She's got these little bowls she's going to put in there, so I got to put a lip on all 5 of them at 30 degrees in the morning. But it's all good, man. I'm fixing to go out there and get my miter saw and bring it in here. That's what I did last winter.
What is up, Dusty? What is up, baby girl? What is up, Jack? What is up, Brolo?
Deuce, or golly, I hate calling people.
You could just call me Deuces. Just call me Deuces. That's cool. Yeah, that's what everybody calls me, anyways. That's my nickname is Deuces. So
you remind me of somebody. I don't even know where this person is anymore, but we'd always go to lunch and.
Okay. Well, that's not a bad thing.
We were, you know, it was just it's been a long time, but he was always stuck on this Bill Murray character. And I was like, dude, what are you talking about, man? He goes, it's a really story, you know, it's like, oh yeah, I see you psychobabble. I see you looking at my channel. Oh yeah. I see you over there. I see you looking at me too. Oh yeah, it's a Cinderella story. He's gonna come back. You know, some crazy stuff like that. That's just who I am, man. I don't care.
Right. Hey, Dusty Kroger. Yes, Progressive is an awesome, happy. He says Progressive is awesome, happy to call him a brother and a friend. There's nothing wrong with Progressive. There's nothing wrong with Progressive, guys. I never said that. What I did say was, well, on recording. So what I did say is whenever he got on panel on Power Stroke, No Joke, he wasn't himself. 100% not himself. It literally embarrassed me watching him on there. And that's coming from someone that has his phone number.
I'm just staying out of it.
So, yeah,
Sounded like
I mean,
he was fixing up bad. I was like, God, man, I don't even know this dude, and I can hear it. I'm like, dude, stop. Just
yeah, I don't. You see, the thing about it is, guys, is I don't get into drama. I do reactions on people, and that's it. And it's all for entertainment and comedy purposes, guys. I hate nobody. I don't. Hold on. Let me make sure I get this right. I do not hate anybody on YouTube. Plain and simple, guys. Has people crossed the line? Say yes, they have.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna keep it at that. So other than that, I have no problems with anybody.
Right.
Bare Bones reactions. I saw that. Yeah, it was. I don't want to talk about that anymore. Like I said, I don't have nothing against him, so I want to move on away from that subject about Patriot. So,
yep.
I think okay, yeah. I mean, everybody has the right to their own opinion, guys. Plain and simple.
Absolutely.
So, but
what about Ghost?
What now?
Ghost.
Who's that?
Who's Ghost?
So, are you talking about topic about Ghost?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, so
I've been thinking about what you were asking me, and I was trying to figure out how to explain the answer. And I even talked to my mom about it today. And I said, "So, what do you think? Should I tell him? Because he's going to think I'm out of my mind." No, because you know what you're talking about. And I was like, well, I'm not that arrogant dude like that. I just understand stuff, man. And if you think about it, it makes sense. So,
right.
Do I believe in ghosts? Yes, but let's say what you consider, unless you've had some kind of just, audible conversation, I mean, I've seen a lot of things that I would almost document as ghosts, but
right.
Then there's that other line of where you don't cross, and it's, have you ever heard about the witching hour?
Yes.
Dude, and this is no lie, man. I mean, this is no lie. I have no reason to lie.
Yeah.
Every morning, and it doesn't matter how early or how late, but I mean, if I'm still up past 3, obviously there's a reason why, and but if I'm asleep, every single night, 3:30, 4:30, right in there. And there was times that I'd be laying in my bed and I'm like, well, my dog isn't in bed with me and I don't have a cat, so something touched me or whatever. So when that kind of stuff happens, I relate it to that witching hour thing. They say that's because that's when those spirits are.
Well, I got a question for you. You haven't messed over the Illuminati, have you?
I haven't what?
You haven't messed over the Illuminati, have you?
I don't know why.
That's just a joke. It's a joke, guys. It's a joke.
Oh no! I don't even. Here's my deal, and this is where I'll just kind of end my rant. I would like to have one conspiracy theory, preferably the Roswell, but I kind of know about that. But one conspiracy theory, either JFK, Elvis, Tupac, I either want Tupac, Elvis, or Kennedy to come. So I want something to be, or the JFK, QAnon conspiracy, all that crazy stuff. JFK, come back.
The moon landing.
I was reading a thing today about Tupac, and they still say that Tupac is alive, guys.
Well,
I barely even know about that.
I'm like, are you serious?
I want the story on that, dude. There's a guy, he calls himself Casanova the Dawn.
Yeah, I know who Casanova. I don't know who Casanova. I've heard of Casanova. Yeah.
Have you heard him do the Tupac music?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And I'm going to tell you this, man. I mean, I know guys can sound alike because there's another rapper, and he's a well-known rapper. They said that he actually kind of changed his sound a little bit because he kept getting, compared to Tupac. But But
Well,
yeah,
I
and then
mean, you know, Tupac actually got a not a, what is it called? Um, a portrait shine down. What is that called whenever you make uh like Iron Man did in the movies whenever he twisted all of his stuff by hand? What is that called? Anyways, it was called something in about Tupac, and they actually brought him back to life with actually that portrait of him on stage with Snoop Dogg. It was actually really cool to watch.
Oh,
So
I know what you're talking about.
yeah, it's a duplicate of him, except they actually it's a projector that's projecting him onto the stage,
Yes.
and Snoop Dogg is actually performing with a projection of Pac on stage.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's crazy. That was crazy.
I haven't seen that one. I'm gonna have to see. Where's that at?
If you go on
You
YouTube,
probably got it.
if you
Yeah.
go on YouTube and you just type in Tupac and Snoop Dogg projection or something like that, it
You're not
should pop
talking
up.
about the hologram they did.
That's
That's
what it
a
was.
hologram.
The hologram. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I've seen that one. Yeah. That one. Hey, the Michael Jackson one was even crazier.
I haven't watched that one.
They said, there's no way, because they said that, which I don't understand this. When they did the Michael Jackson one, it was, it wasn't a, how do I say this? It wasn't a hologram. There was actually somebody there portraying Jackson, but then there was a hologram too. I don't know how they
kind
did
of like
that.
kind of like a double of Jackson.
Yeah, to make it more real. And they just, crazy. But Jurassic 5, Akil the MC, they think he's Tupac, bro.
Well, I mean, you hear of all these clones. You go on to hear about what you hear about the one that had the tattoo of the ice cream on the side of his face. He went to prison. Gucci Man.
Yeah.
So they think Gucci Man. They said Gucci Man was a clone because he come out looking like himself. I mean, guys, honestly, clones. You know, if you read on the internet about some of the stuff too much, you're gonna believe what you read, guys. That's what's
when you
gonna
go
happen.
to prison, you lose a lot of weight.
Yeah. I mean,
you hear about the Alex Jones stuff?
Oh yeah.
No. I bet you haven't heard about this. I'm not talking about him being sued for the Sandy Hook thing and all that and losing all that. But no. I'm talking about here a few years back. I don't know who started it, but he ran with it. And my God, the publicity it got him, it was ridiculous. He was going around. Somebody started a rumor that he was the dead comedian. Oh, what's his face? God, now I can't think of his name. He was from Texas. It was he was like a George Carlin, man. Oh God, what is that guy's name? Damn it, I can't think of his name. Hell, he performed here in the '90s. Bill, what's his last name? Anyway, but yeah, Jones. I mean, dude, it was even in the news, and they were comparing scars and different things, and I'm just like, there is no way on God's green earth that Alex Jones is that dead comedian. Bill, here, let me Google it real quick.
All right.
God, I hate it when I can't think of that, man. You'll know the comedian.
There must be a lot of Bills because it comes up immediately. You put in comedian Bill and it just says Bill Burr.
Not Bill Burr.
Is it Bill Fader?
He does not look like Alex Jones.
I don't. No, it's not Bill. It was not Bill Hader. This guy. This was back in. This guy died in 95. Maybe maybe a year later. But God, dang it, he was. I can't think of the dude's name. Bill. What was his last name?
All right. Well, let's move on with the subject. when you think about it, we can come on to that. What do you guys think of UFOs? What do you guys think of that stuff?
I kind of don't think they're real.
Uh-huh.
Then again, I'm not very old. I don't have a lot of experience. Everything I see is just too blurry. I mean, sometimes I contemplate whether they're real or not.
They're real.
They could also just be the military flying things over. Who knows?
Right.
I'm just blue collar worker. So what do I know?
Right. I totally get that. Hey, hey, Colby, can you wave at me real quick?
Don't you guys wonder why the militaries finally came out in the government and acknowledged this?
All right.
At this time?
I mean, you guys, do you remember? Let's move on with a little. Do you remember the Facebook thing? The guy said at Area 51 that everybody was going to go camp.
Yeah,
they were going to storm it.
Whenever they was going to storm Area 51.
Yeah.
Whatever became of that? Because I heard about it, but never heard anything of it. Never really
I actually posted a short about it from my TikTok that I made a couple years ago. I think it was 2 years ago. I was like, remember when we were going to storm Area 51 and steal an alien? Well, I think somebody still has their alien, and that's why shit's still fucked up.
Right. Yeah. One chosen by God. Can you actually wave at me real quick?
I figured the Area 51 thing was the same thing as, oh, if Trump gets elected, I'm leaving the country.
Right.
Hey, you're still here.
Yeah. What is up, one chosen by God? How are you?
All right.
Good.
All right.
Good.
What's the topic?
Actually, right now we're talking about Area 51. We're talking about remember the Facebook thing
where everybody's going to storm it.
Well, always thought that Area 51 was the same, but people got their own opinion.
Yeah. I mean, do you remember whenever the Facebook thing happened? Whenever the guy was going to storm Area 51, they was going to camp outside and stuff. Yeah, so that's kind of where we're at right now. Yeah. So, so what do we think about that, guys? I mean, whatever came about that? Sam, you know all this stuff. What came about that?
I don't know. It kind of just came and went.
Yeah. All I know is they was actually going to go. They was going to actually sit there and try to have something come of it because the guy said they was going to storm it. And they actually never did storm it.
I feel like people protested outside the gates of it. And then the military police were like, you need to go. And I think they all left. And I think that's the only thing that happened.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, I'm gonna stop back.
Have a good one, bro. Thank you. All right. Have a good one.
Damn.
I couldn't hardly hear him anyways. He sounded cool. He seemed cool as hell, though.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Barb, let's see what Barb has to say real quick. I've seen strange sets of lights at night, sky between Bahamas and St. Martin. Dang, you're blessed. Bahamas and St. Martin, bright lights. We had all seen no other ships around 20 minutes later. They vanished into the water.
Oh, hell no.
Actually been stuff said about that too, about them vanishing into water. I've read about it. I haven't seen it. I've seen it on videos. I'll share a little story with you guys about my experience. I was in Colorado. I lived up on Lookout Mountain. Again, the same story. A lot of stuff happened up here, guys. And I'm looking over Denver, and there's a strand of lights. And if you go on YouTube and you type in strand of lights over Denver, Colorado.
I've seen some, yeah.
That is actually the same lights that I seen, guys. And to this day, they said there was no Air Force out. There was nothing out. There was no drones. NASA wasn't doing anything. So there's something there that we've seen that just absolutely made no sense. And then they ended up being like 3 or 4 of them, like side by side. So it was really weird. Me and my older brother actually got to see that. So it was really weird when it comes to that point, guys. And, but I mean, back to the Facebook thing. I mean, what made the guy even want to storm
I don't
Area 51? I think it was because of the alien bodies, because everybody thinks there's alien bodies inside of Area 51, and they're doing all kinds of tests and everything else inside of Area 51.
And there's nothing in there.
No, what is up, Eisman? No, there's nothing there. There's nothing at all there.
No, I think isn't that where they keep their weapons?
What now?
It's like where they keep their, like, that's an armor. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I stepped on you. I'm sorry. The Bob Lazar videos with that reporter stuck with him for 20 years. That man's stories never deviated, not one time. Right. Now he has just recently, I don't know. I think it was this year.
Progressive is backstage. I'm going to let Progressive on right now.
It's because we're talking about aliens.
What is up, Progressive?
Hey, what's up, guys? I just wanted to say hello, show support. I love your lives.
Thank you.
Hope this continues. And Bob Lazar, totally, that's something I'm very invested in. I followed it from beginning to wherever it is now. It's
1994 to now.
Yeah, is he the one that had that he did the phone call anonymously to the public, and he had a fake name? Or and he's the one that took actual material from the secret area that he was working for.
I don't know what he took from there, but I can tell you that he's got a car that'll run on water.
Like operational still to this day?
Yeah. Well, wait a minute.
I know he's made patents and whatnot.
It's a jet car that runs off water. Yeah.
We have an amazing.
Joe Rogan is fast, and Joe Rogan had him on 3 different times. And
there's an amazing track record of people that have made water-powered vehicles.
Must be something to do with hydrogen.
Never changed. And when he described what was inside of this, there's no way. I don't care how much of a smart man you are. The way he described this is legitimate, because he was talking about the frequencies. You know, back in the Egyptian days, you know, they're like, how do they move this? Well, you can actually move 2 giant boulders, you know, if they have, dude, it's crazy. I mean, I can't even get into it because it'd take too damn long. And I already know people probably think I'm crazy, but I don't care. I'm having fun. I love all of you. You know what I'm saying? And
it's refreshing to hear that people can still have fun without worrying about everybody watching them. But anyway, I just wanted to, if anything, show up and just say my hellos. That's all. Okay. And that Scuba, hello, my dear. Hello. Thank you for holding it down tonight. Tonight was a very special night for me. Did you get to see it at all, Bare Bones, per chance?
I'd seen some of it. I didn't really watch a lot because I was trying to spend time with my daughter and my wife, but I did see some of it. It was actually really interesting, so I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch it for sure.
It's a slow burn because I wanted to do this as professionally as possible. So I wrote, like, you know, reporter questions and built up to where the case gets crazy. There's a connection between the main investigative police chief and the woman that is the prime suspect that he never reveals. And it's crazy, man. Just let me just say this. I'm not plugging my crap. I'm just saying hashtag find Jamie Valdez, and then go down the rabbit hole with that.
Right. Okay.
Wait a minute. We're plugging a rabbit hole with a butt. What?
Yeah. Nah, sorry, I don't have it in me, but I appreciate the Bare Bones. I am looking forward to speaking to you.
For
tomorrow.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Hit me up for sure.
Scuba. I remember you. I've seen you before. And is that Nick Boston? Is that you? No, you're not drinking out of a boot. Never mind. I don't know who you are. All right. Well, respect to you, and much success to everyone. Good night, y'all.
All right, bro. Have a good one.
I was just going to tell the dude that kind of wished I got his autograph, because I've watched his stuff before, and I'm like, man, I just want to hang out with these dudes, man. And, you know, like, just, hey, this is actually a tank.
Oh, wow.
hey, this is going on this time machine I'm building for this squirrel in that airplane. You think, hey, look, check this out, bro. You see it up there?
Oh yeah.
Sorry,
yeah.
I'm looking at my TV because I'm half blind. So
I do see that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
The airplane?
Yeah. I got 5 of them on the wall. They've all been crashed, but the squirrels, you know what? I'm going to fix them up for them.
Right. There you go. I love watching squirrels out the windows and stuff, guys.
Well, I'm going to make squirrel feeders out of these airplanes, and I'm going to hang them in my tree, and I'm going to make the dude in the back that cut my tree down. I'm going to make him wonder what's going on.
Right.
Sorry.
Right. No, you're fine. You're fine.
The squirrels where I used to work used to climb up on our bird feeders and eat all the bird seed. So I used to put baking oil on the bird feeders so they just slide down.
I love watching them, guys.
Hey.
Whenever we would go over to my wife's mom's home, I would sit there at her kitchen and just watch outside and just watch the squirrels eat their food. I absolutely love it, guys. Like I said, I was raised in the country. I was born in the country. I was born in the hills of Ozarks.
Oh wow.
So yeah, so they called us hill folk there. So yeah, I actually was growing in the country. The road that I actually lived down, well, my grandma and grandpa lived down, was actually all family all the way down. It was probably about 2.5 miles long almost. So whenever someone drove down your road, somebody knew, people was making phone calls saying, hey, there's a car coming down the road we don't know. So it was actually pretty cool.
That's how it was.
Like that.
That's how it was here in Ohio where I grew up.
So
I've lived in the city my whole life. We've moved out to the country a few times, and now I'm off on my own again, back in the city. But I really enjoy living in the country. We had a road similar to that. The house we lived in was named after, or the street was named after the residents of the house we lived in, which was the Clipwell family. Mm-hmm. And we had a crazy guy named Mike. I'm not going to dox anymore, but he had signs all over saying, don't, if you're not invited, don't come down the road or whatever, or you're going to get shot or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you could look down the road and see people come by. It was pretty fun. Yeah,
I actually liked living like that. It was actually really nice. I mean, even if you was not away from the house with a phone on you, you know, I remember family calling me and saying, "Hey, there's someone coming down the road. You know, do you know who this is?" And I'm like, "No." So, and a lot of people come down the road just to turn around. It was really weird. There was one deer season, guys, where my grandpa actually killed a deer. I actually showed up, and out of the blue, my grandpa was really bad, guys. He had gout down his legs and stuff, so he couldn't hardly walk. So we called us boys over there to actually come and clean the deer for him, cut up the deer for him. We did all that ourselves. We don't pay to get that done. And so we was out there cutting it up, and a game warden pulls up. And my grandpa's inside, and this moment in time, I'm like, Grandpa, I went inside and I said, Grandpa, you got a game warden outside wanting me to use my hunter's education because I have the next morning to actually turn this deer in. My grandpa's like, there's a tag on it. Why do you got to do that? So my grandpa said within 37 years, that's the first conservationist he's ever seen come down that road. So this conservationist actually said he got a phone call from somebody. There's no way. So a conservationist came down that road knowing my family and basically seen a deer hanging and thought that he would just get out and show his ass, I guess is a better way to say it. Yeah. And it didn't work out too well. My grandpa got up, walked outside and said, you need to get off my property. You have no business here. So nice. It didn't work out too well for him anyway. So, but yeah, that's how I lived. We, you know, deer season, clean your own deer, you know, stuff like that. So, and it's a good way to live, guys, but don't get me wrong. I like having my Grubhub and all that stuff close by me. So
my grandpa was a town cop, so I didn't get away with shit.
Oh, so everybody knew everything when it came to your life then.
Oh yeah. I went to school in the town over from where we lived, and I fell off the swings at school. I came home, my grandpa was like, what happened to you at school? What do you mean? Well, right. What happened? Did you fall off the swings?
Right.
Rude.
Hmm.
Lurking on me.
Speaking of a hunting story, it kind of reminds me of, well, 2 hunting trips that I've gone on. One of them was we were up in the hills. I live in Oregon, so we were up in the hills over outside of Dallas, and my dad and I were walking through hunting, whatever, and we saw these guys carrying a spike out. It wasn't doe season or whatever. We were out hunting for bucks, but these guys, they had just bagged one spike, and he wasn't legal, and they were thinking they were going to try to get away with taking him out as something else by putting a I don't know, they're going to do some funky stuff to get it to pass. And we were thinking it was really crazy.
Right. Yeah. I mean, some hunting stories does get crazy. I was watching a show the other day, one of my favorite hunting shows, guys. And I love archery. For those who don't know, that's my passion is archery. So I was watching, I don't remember his name, but anyways, he had a spear and he actually hunted with a spear. And he went to climb up the tree. And when he did, it actually cut his artery in his leg. Ouch. And he sat there against a tree in Africa, bleeding out with the artery sliced in his leg. And every time he would move his leg and stretch out his leg, you could see it just going everywhere. Yep. So he had his fingers inside there, and he told everybody he left his GPS up in the tree, so he couldn't climb up the tree to get his GPS. So he sat against this tree for about 8 hours, guys, going in and out of consciousness with his hand held on his artery. And finally it clotted. At some point it clotted somehow, and he actually got airlifted from where he was at. So he survived in Africa with an artery cut in his leg for 7 hours.
Dang.
That's luck.
You know how scary that would be, guys? Sitting against a tree knowing there's lions. Mm-hmm. Now, unless he was hunting in high fences, guys. I don't know whether he was or not, but we know, when it goes to that type of hunting, there is high fence hunting, So, I mean, so it may have been that too. I don't know if it was or not, but it's in Africa nonetheless, guys.
Yeah, and cutting your artery is no joke.
It was crazy. I don't remember his name, guys, but yes, he literally did. And he left his phone, his GPS, everything else up in the tree, and he couldn't get it. He didn't get to it. That's nuts, guys. That's crazy. Rough. That is crazy. What is up, Insanity? How's it going? Queen Survivor, how's it going? Dusty Kruger, how's it going? Oh. Yes, so I mean, let's move on to a different subject, guys. Let's move on back to how about Bigfoot? Let's talk about Bigfoot. Who doesn't like to talk about Bigfoot? So, what do you believe in? Do you guys believe in Bigfoot? Yes or no?
No.
And why?
I just don't.
Like, what is the reason why you do not? Is it like too far out there? Like, is Bigfoot?
I think it's too far out there. I think that it's a way to. Well, I don't know. I think it's just a figment. It's just a fictional character. Then again, I have an open mind. I have an open mind about more things.
And nobody's going to judge you on this channel. Mm-hmm. You can say whatever you want. Wolverine is in the back here. We're going to let him on the stage. How's it going, Wolverine?
Hey, what's going on?
Is that a Sam Quench?
How's it going, bud? So we're talking about Bigfoot. What do you think about Bigfoot? You think he's real or not?
Your camera's frozen.
I don't. Man, that's a hard one.
Right.
Right.
I have a hard time thinking it's real. I mean, just because your legs seem to get.
Yeah, your camera, your phone's messing. Your camera's messing up. So I'm gonna actually going to boot you, but turn off. turn off your phone and then turn it back on and then come back and we'll let you back on.
Okay.
You're freezing up real bad.
Well, if Bigfoot doesn't exist, you know what? I don't know. I think he does because, man, he's making a hell of a lot of beef jerky commercials.
Yeah. I mean, Insanity Rax goes on to say, look, Bigfoot does exist. And Insanity, I totally understand. And I totally get where you're coming from. Let's see what Rolo says. Rolo says Bigfoot was slaying that. I knew this was gonna come. Okay, so Baby Girl says urban legend, very much so. But Baby Girl, do you believe he is real or not? One or the other. Yes, urban legend. So I'm guessing you say yes, but I don't know. So
that's where I went back to before. Remember when I said I want at least one conspiracy theory, and Bigfoot would be the top. I mean, you can't talk about Noah's Ark. They found it. They've got it monumented over there. There's like 20 new videos on it. Ron White found, not Ron White, but
Ron White.
What's it? No, wait a minute. No, I'm serious. Yeah, not Ron White, Ken White, or I don't know what the dude's name is.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Dusty Conger says it's Conger, laugh out loud, not Kruger. I love you too, bro. Yes, so Conger. Okay, I got you. Okay, Living the Dream says, I've never seen him here in Kentucky, and Kentucky's well known for that stuff, guys. Insanity React says, let's see what he says. Oh God, I'm kind of afraid to read it. Insanity. Anyways, the truth is Bigfoot has little toes.
The truth is that Insanity is the Sam Squanch.
Yeah, for real. What?
Hey man,
anyways, we're moving on, guys. Let's see. Barb says flat earth, laugh out loud. Every picture always grainy and fog, and that is true. I'm gonna talk about this for a minute. British Bulldog has a good point. So every picture that we actually have of Bigfoot is actually grainy, or it just doesn't make sense. But if you see a Bigfoot, guys, does it really make sense? I mean, are you really going to know it's a Bigfoot? Are you going to freeze up? You're probably going to freeze up and probably shit yourself at the same time because, hey, it's Bigfoot. Maybe. And there's actually people, but we can believe in aliens, but we can't believe in Bigfoot.
Yeah, we can believe Bigfoot.
Right. I mean, so which one would you rather, which one do you believe in more, Bigfoot or aliens?
I don't believe in either of them.
Either of them.
Both of them.
Scuba Sam?
I guess I can't believe in either of them.
Call me young and naive, but I don't believe in either of them.
So
they're not aliens. They're not aliens. They're demons, fallen angels.
So the reason why I go on to say that I don't know what I believe in, but the world is too big, guys. The world is too vast. The ocean is too deep. The ocean is too big. We do not know what's on this earth. We do not. There's parts of earth that has not even been seen yet. So how are we going to say that it actually isn't true?
It could be true. I just don't believe it until I see it.
So, I mean, in other words, you don't believe it. So
until I see it.
Right.
Well, I go and watch I don't care how corny it is or how true it is. It's got some, level of truth to it. I've watched every video on Bigfoot and aliens and all that. And I'll tell you what, I understand it more now because I've went back and been like, all right, well, okay, I see how this works. But like I said, aliens, they're...
Okay, so I think a majority decision is... I think everybody wants me to ask you, why do you think it's demons?
Why do I think what's demons? Aliens?
Aliens is demons.
Well, I mean, do you really think that if God made another intelligent life that, they would be visiting us and, I mean, doing the things that they're doing,
But what are they doing?
But why is if aliens is real, why did God make them aliens?
Because that's what everybody wants to do. Satan is the prince of the earth. It started in Hollywood, bro. Hollywood got people in this alien freaking fanatic. And then when that Roswell stuff happened, okay, it got shut up for a long time. And then all of a sudden, in the 90s, we make, Roswell and, the guy's son, Jesse Marcel Jr., he comes out and I'm telling you, dude, I can read people. I can tell you when they're bullshitting me. Excuse me.
Right.
Just think my pat, and I would honestly, if I'm wrong, I don't want to be right. That's all I'm going to say. And I can, we can go on in another day and talk about the rest of it, whatever. But
all right, Wolverine. No problem, bro.
You have to understand the Bible if you're going to, explain to somebody why they're demons and why they're fallen angels. Because if you don't believe in God, then I'm just wasting my time.
Right. And that's 100% real. Open-minded here. I'm going to go on to say that I don't think they're demons. I think they're intelligent life, and I think they live intelligently. If there is aliens, that's the reason why there actually are extraterrestrial. That's actually the reason why they are, unknown and unseen, but they're heard of. Even astronauts go on to further to say that they've actually seen stuff in space that shouldn't have been there at that time. So we actually do have eyes on. We've sent messages and stuff. Tried to get in contact with them, but they're not meant to be contacted yet. It's just not meant to be. And guys, look, do I believe in aliens? Actually, I kind of do not, guys. So I'm like telling you with an open mind what I've heard and what I think too. But down deep inside, part of me says I don't believe in aliens. But if you look at pictures of people in space, what they've seen, what Air Force has seen behind them or flying beside them and stuff is totally crazy too. Part of me says yes, part of me says no about aliens. But they are extremely intelligent because they're not seen. Therefore, there is another life out there we know. Look at some of the planets that we have actually seen with stuff on it that actually is living.
Yeah.
There's stuff on planets that they could live, that you could live off of. Yeah, there may be a lot of gases and all that stuff on some spots. It's going further to say there is wormholes, there's black holes, there's everything of that sort. So, who goes to say that they aren't real, but who goes to say that they are real? Do we have enough actually proof to say that they are? But do we have enough proof to actually say that they aren't? So I'm going to stick in the middle of that one, guys.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go on further. What do you think about Bigfoot? Let's talk about Bigfoot again for a minute. Scuba Sam, you said no on Bigfoot?
Until I see it.
Okay. So let's go on and let's see what Linda Wolf says right here. Linda Wolf says, it makes no sense. Aliens and demons. We know the demons were sent to hell. The space like limbo for demons like God is still a fence about them. 100%. I totally agree with that. Yes. But this is a panel where we agree, disagree, and be adults as well on top of that.
Absolutely.
So, okay. Dusty goes on to say, blame the movie. Yeah, I don't want to butcher your name again. Conger says, blame the movie industry for this fault. Yes, very much so. And then Barbie goes on to say, yes, leeches, mosquitoes, fleas, ticks. Exactly. You go on to say that cockroaches is one of the only things that could survive a nuclear blast.
I did.
What now?
I said that?
No. That's been said before.
Oh, yeah.
But then you go on to say that sunflowers could actually hold back radiation.
Interesting.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
That's interesting.
So Yes, that is a proven fact. When my daughter was born, guys, she actually was born and she wasn't supposed to make it. I actually called her my little sunflower because she actually pulled through everything. The doctor literally looked at me and said, she's not going to make it.
Oh my goodness.
So I called her my little sunflower. And ever since then, guys, sunflower has been one of my favorite things. So yes, sunflowers. I love a sunflower field, guys. So that's just part of me that I'll never get over. So yes. So anyways, yes, go ahead, sir. Show us your drawing.
What? Oh no.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
No, what I was gonna say. Yeah, my daughter, she's 13 and she has cerebral palsy. She wasn't supposed to make it either, man. I tell you what, she was in the womb with 15 minutes without oxygen, and it was just so, affected motor skills and stuff like that. But I'll tell you what, her therapist is so good that, I mean, you wouldn't know other than, when she walks.
Right. So, yes, kids is 100% close to my heart. So, kudos. Yes, I'm glad that she pulled through. I'm glad she's okay. That's something that we never want to see as a kid get sick or anything like that, guys. So, I think that's the reason why true crime is like close to my heart too, guys, is because my daughter, I see like Michael Vaughn or Quentin and Quentin Simon and stuff like that, and I'm just like, wow. And they still haven't found Quentin Simon. They still haven't found anything about him.
Yeah.
I didn't know about the true crime community at all, basically, until Ryan jumped on the Summer Wells case. And then I was in and out on that. So it's interesting to hear, oh, yeah, there's a community of people. Some of them are cheapskates and some of them are legit.
Yeah, for real. I mean, you got some just doing it for a paycheck, but you got others. Guys, and let me tell you something. Whenever you are monetized and you release a video, you're going to monetize that video, guys. You're going to put commercials on that video. And let me tell you something. How you make your money isn't from your views, guys. It's from your monetization of what commercials you put on that video.
Can you choose the commercials?
You can. You can choose a topic. Yeah. You can choose a topic. I don't. I just computer generate, guys. I mean,
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I mean, now if you have 8,000 views, guys, and you have a 30-minute video on a 8,000 view video, and you have, let's say you put 5 commercials on that video, then you're making a pretty good chunk off of that 8,000 views plus the video plus the 30 minutes. See, if you do a longer video, and guys, I don't like doing longer videos. I started doing shorter videos, and everybody was like, why are you doing a shorter video? So that's the reason why I stick to longer videos.
Right.
Because whenever I did a shorter one, which I am going to go back to shorter videos, because who wants to sit through a 45-minute video? You see, I mean, I kind of think like that, but hey, it's your guys' channel, not mine. Also, I thought about putting gameplay, Call of Duty gameplay and games on here as well. Let me know if you guys would actually watch something like that. I don't know, but I did download some gameplay, guys, and I'm going to do commentary to that gameplay, but make it of true crime. So I'm going to mix both of them together. So I think that'd be kind of cool on top of that. But I mean, so whenever you hear YouTubers say, I'm not monetizing my videos,
and then you see commercials
on that video. Now, I don't know if you could actually not monetize a video and still have commercials. It depends on it. Music reaction channels. See, when you do a music reaction, you have a copyright strike on that music reaction, unless that they actually let you, which Upchurch lets you a lot of times monetize his videos. Even reaction videos, Upchurch lets you monetize your videos a lot.
I hear that's a big headache to deal with, because you get a copyright strike, then you have to go and talk to the person, even if it's an independent, and then they have to let you off the hook. I don't know. I'm just a viewer, so.
Right. What is up, Justin Roberts? How's it going? Guys, let me see. I've never contacted anybody, because whenever you are a reaction channel, you actually have the rights to that. Anything on YouTube is fair use, guys.
Yeah.
So any video you see on YouTube is actually fair use. So if you are a reaction channel and you do a reaction to a video, there's nothing that person could do to your video. They can't take it down. Sure, they could strike you, but YouTube tracks who strikes you and who doesn't strike you. So if someone strikes you through 2 or 3 times and you don't get a strike for it yourself, then well, their channel is going to pay for that strike they tried to give you. So it works both ways on that part. So
I know a lot of people put up fair use disclaimers.
So Insanity says, your AdSense don't work like that. What do you mean, Insanity? So yeah, I mean, that's just an insight on a little YouTube stuff, guys. I mean, I get asked all the time, how do I actually start a YouTube channel? And is it hard? Yeah, it's hard. I mean, it's very hard when it comes to that stuff.
I didn't know you could pick the types of commercials.
You can pick somewhat.
You can buy subscribers.
See, I didn't know that. See, whenever I got on YouTube, guys, I was actually lucky enough to talk to a guy named Nick Menunez. He actually did the filming for the Lion Guy here in Oklahoma. Ghost Adventures. He'd done filming for Ghost Adventures. So I actually was lucky enough to come across him. I didn't even know it was actually him. What is up, Age? How's it going? I didn't know it was him. And actually, I walked up to him and I told him about my YouTube channel. This is when I was smaller, guys. Told him about my YouTube channel. Basically I sold my YouTube channel myself at work and stuff, guys. So I told him about it and he's like, yeah, he's like, I got a YouTube channel too. And he's like, I'm Nick Menunez. And I was like, Nick who? So I looked him up and he didn't have very many subscribers. And I'm like, so I started going through it and I seen like carpet walks and stuff like that. And I was like, okay. So I was talking to him and I asked him about impressions on YouTube. And he said, well, impressions are huge because always look at your impressions, guys, because like MLB, NBA actually sell impressions of that person to show you what he's actually capable of, because your impressions is how many people has actually seen your face. That would be impressions.
You're talking about, am I just stoned or are you talking about me?
No one's talking about you, bro. No one's talking about you.
No. I meant
You said impressions.
Yeah, I do impressions. I know.
Hey,
I got picked for jury duty. Did I tell you about that?
What?
I got picked for jury duty the other day. I finally made it, man. The state of Oklahoma. Finally, bro. Wait till they get a hold of me. I'll be like Pauly Shore in that movie. Watch. That'll be me.
Yeah.
You'll read about it. You'll do a reaction. Man, I told that dude he couldn't do it. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, when it comes to impressions, impressions are actually sold when it comes to bigger parts like MLB, NBA, stuff like that. And I didn't know that when I had a person tell me that actually has done this stuff, who has actually sold for the Dodgers and stuff. So that was pretty cool, getting a little insight like that. So, and anyways, YouTube is hard, but it all depends on what you are and what the content you put out, I guess, guys, and who you actually are in real life. And people could see right through you, whether you like it or not. So Insanity at React says ads and monetization work differently, and copyrights are channel-based, and artist claims copyrights are flagged by recording companies.
Interesting.
Ads monetization works differently, and copyrights are. I can honestly say every video I've ever done, some of them has said partial monetizations, but 2 days later it's full monetizations. I always get an okay to go ahead and monetize that video, so it always worked out for me, guys. So, but I mean,
well, I hope you know that what you get from me, bro, is real. And sometimes I can get off subject, and I don't mean to. It's just when I seen your first comment, I was like, "Oh my God, man! I can't believe this, man. I made it, man. Finally, man. Somebody recognized me, man. Yeah, those guys at AGT, you watch out. I'll be back.
It's all interesting.
So I want to apologize to everybody if I'm stepping on you. I don't mean to. I think y'all are awesome. And
Thank you.
You know what? I live every day like it's my last. And
I hear you.
You know, I'm 53, and I just want to. I don't know, man. I go through depression. I could help a lot of people, man, with my comedy. It's like, you know what? I want to find the people that are. It's like, look, you're somebody, okay? You got talent. I hate it when people go, I can't do that. I said, you know what? We're going to take can't out. I thought I couldn't do a lot of stuff, but I took can't and turned it into, 6 kids and a shitload of child support, okay?
Right.
So
Right.
I'm not saying go do that, but sorry about that, bro.
No, I hear you. I hear you. So Justice Roberts says, if Babel strikes a channel more than one time, can he get in trouble for false striking? Just wondering at Bare Bones Reactions. I don't. You know what? YouTube is supposed to track that stuff, guys, but there's so much stuff going on YouTube that's been going on YouTube. Excuse me. That I don't know how they haven't got rid of some people. I guess I will say. I mean, guys, I've said it before, whenever he comes on a panel and he starts talking, it is nothing but, and then him and Hawkeye gets on there, and it's cool. I mean, I'll sit there and listen to them. They like talking about cars. I like talking about cars. So I'll sit there and listen to him. But I mean, whenever he's there by himself, he has nothing else to talk about besides the same Ryan Upchurch is in his mouth constantly 24/7. And I said that, well, until he stopped talking about Ryan Upchurch, I would make a reaction video of him every single day.
Mm-hmm.
But have you noticed we haven't seen very many people, guys? We haven't seen Psychobabble. We haven't seen some of the other ones that actually follow him closely.
Nope.
So, I mean,
closely. I'm right here. What's up? I'm Mike 12 point. Hey, I'm Mike 12 point. I'm Chris Price. I'm all of it. Be careful. I'll be dropping some names and some honesty.
I'm interested. Yeah. I'm interested. How soon before you can monetize a video, or do you have to have a certain amount of followers, or what on YouTube?
So to get a monetization on YouTube, you have to have 4,000 watch hours of people watching your videos, 4,000 watch hours, and you have to have at least 1,000 subscribers.
Yep.
Before you can get monetized. But I was actually pretty lucky. I got monetized. I got my watch hours was totally blow past, guys. I had like in a month's time, I had like 7,000 hours of watch times. So that was good. My 1,000 subscribers kind of came slowly. But after it did, it just kept blowing up. I've only been monetized for 2 months now. So
interesting.
I mean, so yeah, I mean, you could you either commit to what you're doing on YouTube and make it work, or you slack off and it doesn't work. There's no in-betweens on it.
Basically, you just post every day, or
post every single day. I usually post 2 videos a day. So I've done a video today, reaction today, and then a live today. Usually I do 2 reactions a day and a live. So that's what I've been doing. So as long as people gets their content, and as long as people you see, but when you start off your channel, you want to actually make your channel what you want it to be. Don't make your channel something it's not, like on Law or something, and then you go try to flip it to comedy or a reaction, something about comedy or something like that, because that's not being real, and that's not being real to yourself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, can you? Sure. I mean, but what I'm saying is your comments, your community is going to be so mixed up. They're going to be fighting all day long.
You guys are always going to get the same me you get here out there.
Exactly. So, and that's how it should be.
If there's one thing I've learned as just a YouTube viewer and watching Ryan Upchurch, ex-military criminal, Bare Bones Reactions, whoever, it's
right.
Self. If you're not yourself, your viewers will see that. I personally, I don't create stuff and put it on YouTube. I have uploaded stuff there. I've uploaded some music just because I wanted to get it out there. I haven't uploaded in a while. I just was curious about stuff like that.
I mean, music reactions is a great way to start your channel.
I don't have music reactions. I have my music myself up there.
Okay, so there you go.
But yeah,
I mean, that's a great way to start your channel. I mean, yeah, stuff like that. I mean, the hardest thing hardest thing with me is to get comfortable in front of a camera.
Yes.
That
talking to myself, I don't know what to talk about.
I mean, you know,
the easiest way to get rid of that stage fright, go up to, you know what I do every day? I still do it, especially in Oklahoma City at Burlington Coat Factory, and it's not a plug either. Okay, I go up to strangers, and I'm like, especially black people that never seen me before, I'm like, I just look for a while. I'm like, hey, you know what? That's like a Bernie Mac shirt or something. Like, I figure out a way to throw it in there. Okay.
Yeah.
The impression, dude. By the time I'm following them to the register and everything. Okay. I'm like, look, I'm not stalking you. I'm leaving too. You know, they're just laughing as I'm walking.
Right.
But the more I do that around strangers, where I'm at Walmart, wherever, you know, anywhere,
right.
do it, because if I'm funny to strangers who've never met me, then that's the only reason I still have a, you know, kind of a passion for that.
Right. I don't know about you, but that Walmart crowd hit different. They mean.
Walmart.
I get in fights at Walmart. My mom can't take me nowhere.
Right.
Hey, I'll tell you right now, I'll roast them right there. I don't care. There was a girl in there, and I don't know what it was, something. I don't know what she was. She had on these leggings, jeggings, whatever the hell y'all girls be calling those weird ass panties.
They're leggings.
Hey, they ought to be illegal at garage sales. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Yeah. But anyway, they had like all kinds of tactical pockets, and I was like, I ain't seen those at the surplus. I was like, man, that's like a Steven Seagal tactical, but damn that ass, you know. And yeah, man, that's how I get rid of my stage fright, or get on the first 48.
I mean, it does help. It seems like to jump on Discord or whatever and turn the camera on.
Yeah, it does. I mean, that was probably my biggest thing. And what is up, King Mike? Glad to see you. Rap music is cool. I'm a pop music type guy. You know what? I like everything but country music, and that's no lie.
Oh
no!
I like everything but country. No, hold up. I don't like rock. I don't like country. I like country. I like country rap, pop. I'm like that guy that I don't go to rock and I don't go to country. You guys, whenever you listen to country music, half of it's like my horse is drunk and I've had too many beers and I'm stumbling inside. And
what do you think? Okay, so my question to you, Barebones, what do you think about older country music, like the classics? Like
I like that. Like, are you talking
Garth Brooks and Reba?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay,
no, that's country music. That's good country music.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. Like, not the new stuff. The new stuff is trash.
Yeah. I mean, whenever I could sit and listen to somebody talk about how their horse died and how they walked inside and fell over because they had too much to drink. You guys,
we've heard it all before.
Just because you wear a pair of cowboy boots and a tight ass pair of pants doesn't make you country.
Right.
That's plain and simple. I mean, I could probably walk up to people and they'd be like, Red Rebel Nation? Why did you make Red Rebel Nation, Barebones? You see what I'm saying? I mean, I'm going to come up dressed with a pair of shorts, a Dickie shirt, and a hat. And they're going to be like, Red Rebel Nation? I mean, can you picture Barebones' reactions? Your boy Deuces going to a mud bog? Can you?
I don't know.
Could.
I like your intro, dude.
But not in cowboy boots and tight pants.
No, that would not happen, guys.
Look, I draw the line.
I have never wore a pair of cowboy boots. I'm tongue-tied. I have never wore a pair of cowboy boots my whole entire life. And I will never, ever put on a pair of cowboy boots my whole entire life. It just won't happen.
But you lived in Colorado, and now you live in the South still. So
yes, I lived in Colorado.
You're country, dude.
No, wait,
I mean, no, I'm
Oklahoma's
100.
in the South. We're not the South.
I'm southern Oklahoma. Yeah.
I rock
not
a pair of
West
Romeos and Carhartt
Oklahoma's the
jeans
South?
every day.
We got our Carhartts on.
Only place you can go further than the South would be Texas.
I'll tell you how far south. I grew up down in Lebanon, Oklahoma.
Lebanon?
On Lake Texoma. Down there on Lake Murray, Lake Texoma.
I lived in Okmulgee, Oklahoma on an Indian reservation for probably 2 or 3 years of my life. Sure did. Okmulgee, Oklahoma.
I'll tell you what, I tell people, I'm like, I would endure that kind of lifestyle right now. I mean, because it's less drama filled, when you're just out living in the mountains and wherever you're at. But
yeah, I told you where I grew up the other day. My great grandma grew up on Possum Hollow, or not Possum Hollow and Pussy Creek, and my great grandma grew up on Possum Hollow. I got backwards.
King Mike says no skinny jeans, brother. No skinny jeans, bro. None. And then you have Rolo. I love my Wranglers. Okay, well, hey, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong.
Wear what you want to wear. And some people look absolutely fine in it. I'm just saying, me being 6 foot, 280 pounds, wear a size 13 shoe, I don't belong in a pair of Wrangler jeans. It just doesn't happen. Okay. So
there's a lot of women out there that look good in them Wrangler jeans and all that. But then there's some of y'all that look like you've been hitting the shins with a roll of nickels. Okay.
I wear a pair of yoga pants, Converse, and a hoodie.
There you go.
I have not worn a pair of Converse in years.
I'm from Oklahoma. Where y'all from?
Oregon.
Ohio.
So Ohio and Oregon. I drove to Ohio once from here. Whoo, that was a 10-hour drive.
Wow,
man! I didn't realize how mountainy it was up there. I guess
we got a lot of hills.
It's beautiful, man. I love all of y'all. Bare Bones, you were like, I swear, man, we know each other. I just can't place you. He's like, I don't do that laugh, man. It's like something. It's like. It worries me because it's like, damn, it's like that Santa Claus like Joker laugh, man.
I feel like I need to have your laugh in my opening.
My daughter told me today, guys, she told me that Santa Claus didn't exist. And I was like, what? I was like, who told you Santa Claus didn't exist?
Santa Claus is literally in front of you.
And I was like, Santa Claus is real. So I came home today and I put up lights above our entertainment center around their Christmas tree. And guys, my Christmas tree, I'm gonna have to take a short of it because it is ghetto, plain and simple, guys. It's one whole back of it's not even there. But I found it in the garage. I gotta go Saturday and actually buy one. So I found it in the garage. So only half of the tree is there. But hey, I put lights around it because I wanted my daughter to come home and see Christmas lights. So I did it, and then my wife come home and she absolutely loved it. But yeah,
I saw my Halloween decorations up.
Really? Half of the tree is missing, guys, and that's no joke. So I'll have to take a short of it for you guys and actually show you guys. So it's 100% real.
I don't think I'm gonna get a Christmas tree. I mean, this is the first year I've been out on my own, literally on my own. I don't think I'm gonna get a Christmas tree though.
I don't think I am either.
I lived with my aunt, so I got to enjoy her Christmas tree for a little while. Right. And then my parents got one occasionally, but I don't want to clean up the mess. Also, I don't want to try to get rid of it. I'm in the middle of town.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I mean, I love Christmas. It's one of my favorite times, guys. I absolutely love Christmas. So Christmas.
The only reason I celebrate is for the kids.
Yeah, and that's the only reason why even if I lived by myself, guys, I would still have decorations up. I got to put lights in front of our house and stuff for my daughter and for my wife too. You know what? I feel like that I'm here, so I need to do that stuff for them to show them that they're appreciated. And why are you going to pay someone to put up Christmas lights, guys?
Right.
Dude, that was crazy. I figured that out the other day, that we have professional Christmas light installers.
We do.
And they rent the lights. I was doing a repair on one of my fences I built, and this guy we're talking, and he was telling all his prices and stuff like that, and it's like, wow, that is crazy. People are that lazy or that busy.
Yeah, it is crazy. Lilith, you have Halloween garland, lights, ribbons, all spooky on my Christmas. That's actually a good idea. That's actually pretty good idea. So
if
I like
had
that.
a Christmas tree, I'd probably just move my Halloween stuff to it.
Yeah. King Mike says, I only love Christmas. It is because it's free food. Guys, I like gifts. we're being real. I like gifts.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I want. I tell you what I want for Christmas right now is I actually want a nice tablet. And on top of that, I want a green screen. And on top of, I can keep going, guys. Like, and my wife was like, give me 2 things you absolutely want. And I said, give me a green screen. That way I can project. Yeah. That way I project stuff in the background. So other than that, I want cameras are expensive, guys. Cameras are expensive. I was looking at a 4K camera to actually go for walks and stuff and talk to you guys and stuff. And it was like $1,300 for a camera that was little.
Like I was on the Walmart like Black Friday deal Monday, and it was like Black Friday, Nikon, blah 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 blah, or Canon.
Yeah, Canon.
And it was the 4K one, and I was like Black Friday deal, and I was like $800. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy, guys. I mean, Insanity Reacts, Milwaukee heater jacket. A Milwaukee heater jacket. Okay.
Oh, dude, I keep being told about those things, and I walk by them in Home Depot. I don't think I'm gonna buy one though.
What is it again? Exactly. What is it?
It's a jacket that has a heater inside of it.
Oh, okay.
I think I heard you can just plug a battery into it or something, and it warms you up.
Okay.
I'm a Milwaukee guy, but I don't know if I'm gonna get that. I'll just use a regular coat.
Right. Yeah, I wear hoodies, guys. I love hoodie. I want a Carhartt hoodie and I want a Carhartt beanie for Christmas, actually. And I do want a nice tablet.
Just ask Power Stroke. He works there.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. I mean, yeah.
We can probably get good deals.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I'm gonna go, so I want a beanie, a Carhartt beanie, but I do need a tablet. That way I could actually do like my streams outside and stuff too. I mean,
I just want a chair. Mine's over here broken.
Oh wow. Yes, I need a new chair too, guys. I'm still sitting down in my chair.
I have a whole room I can go do this in, but my chair's broken.
Yeah.
So I'm stuck in my living room.
I need a new chair. I need a tablet. But I gotta look at tablet price. I looked at a new computer the other day, and God, I looked at an Alienware with a 3080 in it, and with I think 16 gigabytes of RAM. And guys, it was like $6,000 just for the computer.
My brothers both built theirs.
I built mine too. So I mean, I've got 32 gigabytes of RAM, Corsair, liquid cooled. I've got a dual 1080 Ti Gamers X editions in it. It will run any game at Millionaire settings, and it's equivalent basically to a 2070 2080 with the two 1080 Ti's Gamers X editions in it. But I want one of the 3080s, 3070s, 3060s. So yes, but they're like $1,300 just for a graphics card, guys. So
I'd like to upgrade my computer, but at the same time, I don't play a lot of games because I'm busy at work and whatnot. But my computer, I originally started, let's see. It started with my grandparents bought my older brother and I a computer. And then that computer broke. And then we started upgrading until that computer that old one doesn't exist. It was a Costco special. And then we built it to what it was a little bit ago. And then I traded my half for something, and I got the computer, and my brother got something else, and then I added some things to it. But right now it's a little bit of a brick. I can barely play Fortnite on it.
Oh wow,
when I
yeah,
play.
yeah.
So
That's definitely a brick, bro. Like I love my computer and stuff. So Sam, so you have anything else you want to talk about?
What were we talking about? I kind of lost track.
Well, I was wanting to get back on like the ghost thing.
Oh yeah.
So what do you guys think about ghost hunting? Would you guys ever go ghost hunting?
Absolutely.
Really?
I don't call them ghosts though. I call them spirits.
Okay, spirits.
I don't think I would go ghost hunting. Sorry for interrupting.
It depends on who it's with, guys. I mean,
yes.
So I mean, it's really crazy. Insanity says, "What mixing board is that?"
Me?
I think he's talking about yeah.
It's the Yamaha MG 12/4.
You're doxxed.
You're doxxed. That's our favorite thing. You're doxxed. Your chair's doxxed, Sam.
It is doxxed.
But yeah, I mean, so spirits. So let me. Insanity says that shit looks good.
Thanks.
So as far as like going ghost hunting or spirit hunting, whatever you would like to do, my little brother actually does that stuff. He goes to like graveyards and stuff and catches EVPs and stuff. Me myself, I'm kind of too. I don't know, guys. I would do it. I did it when I was younger. I actually had a chance to become a ghost tour in Kansas City, Missouri, and I didn't take it. I ended up moving. So I mean, I've been doing. I did it pretty big, if that's what you want to call it. I actually got a job offer for doing ghost tours. So, so I've caught some pretty weird stuff, but I got away from that because there was a point in time where I was feeling really weird, guys. So I got away from that and I started feeling better, like probably about 2-3 months later. I mean, it took that long.
Yeah.
So ever since then, I've been kind of afraid of it, guys. So yeah, I mean, that was real thing. I actually got into it, got too deep into it, and actually felt like I was depressed. And I started reading about it more. I went and talked to people about it, and they said that can happen. Something can take you over and make you feel like that, attachments and stuff. So I've witnessed that firsthand myself. That's the reason why whenever I say that, I'm like, I don't know if I would again or not, guys.
I believe that ghosts are real. I don't think that I would go and ghost hunt. I mean, especially with everything I hear of, and there's been things happening that are very close to me that I personally haven't seen.
Yeah.
Then again, I'm still young and experienced and whatnot, but I hear a lot of things that are plausible that they have affected people close to me, and I don't want to have anything to do with it. So,
right. Billy Joe, no one does here. I don't. I'll never. I have before. I almost choked on that one. I have before, but I won't. No. Yeah. Anyways, moving on from that question. Lilith says, please. Dean Matheny says, Lilith, I've seen that. Laugh out loud.
I think that's Matheny.
What is it?
Matheny.
Dean Matheny. Okay. I got corrected by Sam, Scuba Sam. So thank you, Scuba Sam.
You're welcome. I'm sorry. I'm trying to help.
Oh, there you go.
Let's go ghost hunting off shrooms. Wild experience.
Yeah, let's go ghost hunting.
No, thank you.
I don't want to go ghost hunting at all, and I could actually not. I don't want to go even attempt it on shrooms, so I'm good with that, guys. Let's move on to past that one. It probably would be a good ghost hunt, though. I'm just saying. Yeah. So, anyway, Sam, let's go together.
Hell yeah.
Marty says, "Shit, I had a third-pound metal chair dance in front of me here not too long ago."
A 3-pound metal chair.
Okay. Oh, okay. Look, I'm open-minded. So tell me about that 3-pound chair dancing and tell me what kind of dance it did. I guess because I'm being serious. Did you? There's so much stuff out there that people says they've seen, guys. You don't know when someone's telling the truth and when they're not telling the truth. So
yeah,
So Rolo says Ouija board. Hell no.
Not gonna lie, when I was younger, I kind of wanted to do that, but my mom and dad were like, no, frick, you don't.
I've
not in my house.
I've witnessed some pretty weird stuff, guys. Let me tell you a little story. So I actually lived in an old farmhouse, guys. Me and my older brother and a friend named Charles was with us. So we dug inside this wall. There was a little hole inside this wall. We dug inside this wall, and what we got out was some kind of Bible. And this is a true story. Was some kind of Bible. Well, it had a face on it with horns on it, and that was the Bible. So we was young, guys. I was probably maybe 15, 14. So we find this inside this old farmhouse. And behind this Bible was a game. It was a card game. And Charles is the one that pulled the cards out of the wall. And it told him in 5 days he would walk on strange grounds. 5 days later, he got hit by a car and died.
Ouch.
This is absolutely no joke, guys. So this is the reason why I don't mess with ghosts. I don't mess with Ouija boards, and I don't mess with any kind of games. So that's a true story, guys. It was an old farmhouse up by Houston, Missouri, way out in the country. It was the same farmhouse that my stereo come on after my grandma died, singing I'll Be There by Puff Daddy. That came on in my room. And right next to my room was actually this hole in the wall that I never found, guys. There was this Bible and a game, and it told Charles he'd walk on strange ground in 5 days, and 5 days later he got hit by a vehicle and died.
That's crazy.
No lie. That's no lie, guys. That is a God's honest truth. So there you go. You heard it from me. Lilith says, how did you find the hole? The hole was actually kind of in over by, what is that called? Kind of like a board. Except there was like so the walls was like old wallpaper. So what happened was when it was by the edging of a wall. So when we was moving stuff, I do believe we hit it with something, and then we seen the indention. Something like that happened, and then he dug inside the wall for this.
Wow.
For whatever it was, and it was a Bible, and it was a black Bible, and it had that game, and that's what it told him. And it actually happened. So other than that, that's the reason why I do not mess with stuff like that, and I will never mess stuff like that. So I've seen some pretty weird stuff when it comes to that stuff, guys. So that's probably the realest thing that you'll ever see, is actually somebody play a game and it tells you what it's going to do, and 5 days later it actually happens. So it's crazy, guys, what's out there. Insanity says, I'll be live tomorrow doing paranormal research. Okay, we'll actually watch that.
What time?
What now?
Ask him what time.
What time, Insanity? What time are you gonna be on, bro? I'll be there, Insanity.
I'll be there too.
My mom and her sister all read cards. Okay, I see.
My mom does too. She's done it for 20 years.
And I do believe, doesn't Mama Church read cards too?
Yes, she does.
So yeah, I mean, I'm not against that, guys, about like tarot readings and stuff like that, or what's the day going to be. See, I don't know enough about that stuff to actually speculate on that stuff. But what I do know is, like, you know, like we was talking to Isaac about Louisiana, I've done a lot of studies on that, about voodoo, a lot about magic and stuff, like different kinds of magic, stuff like that. So I don't dabble in that stuff, but reading about it, I'm very interesting on learning about the history of that, not the magic and the arts of that, guys.
Absolutely.
I guess
so. I guess what you would call like a clairaudient. Like, right. I hear spirits. You're gonna think I'm crazy.
No, go for it. Tell us about it. My brother Jeremy is actually he hears voices too, guys. And some people doesn't believe him, some people does. But if you go to a doctor and you tell them you hear voices, they think you're automatically crazy, guys. So go ahead.
It's not all the time. They're called clairaudient. There's clairaudient, clairvoyant, and clairsentient.
Okay.
Clairaudient is where you can hear spirit. That's only sometimes. Clairvoyant is where you can see it because it's vision. And then clairsentient is where you can sense the spirit.
Okay. Okay. And which one are you?
I'm clairaudient. I can hear like things that are happening.
Okay. So
and I don't know who it is. I can just feel it and hear it.
Okay. Okay.
My mom's midwife a while ago, my mom's midwife's grandson, he used to come over sometimes and he'd say that he'd see shadows in the room and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I couldn't see him, but my mom could see him and whatnot. And yeah, I thought that was interesting stuff.
Right. I mean, there's some people out there, guys, that actually have a gift, and I believe that in some part of life you actually learn how to use that gift. And and a lot of people think you're crazy once you speak on something that they'd never seen, they never done, they never heard, you see what I'm saying? And a lot of people look at you differently. That's the reason why I love this channel, guys, because this channel is a channel that you can come to and say that you hear voices all the time and tell me what they say. And I'll flat out tell you, well, what are you doing about it? You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to anything. So don't never think that I think that somebody's crazy just because they say something that sounds crazy to everybody.
And it doesn't work like that. You don't hear it all the time. It's like just certain things.
Right.
You're like, oh, who's that?
Yeah. So have you ever heard that and then you actually go and you meet somebody that you actually heard, or have like an epiphany that day that you heard the day before, something you heard in your, from the voices?
I hear it a lot with these cases.
Okay. Okay. And then whenever you see it, you're like, I've seen this before.
Yeah.
Type thing. Okay. I mean, I think I've been there too. I mean, nothing like that, but I mean, as far as like,
do you have a TikTok?
I do have a TikTok. Yeah.
You know who Mama Todd is?
I don't.
Okay. So Mama Todd's son was shot and killed in July, end of July. And I was just in the shower and all of a sudden it just came to me. I was like, he was shot and killed over marijuana. And then it came out on the news that he was shot and killed over marijuana. He was robbed
right
at a gas station. So I'm like, what? Right. And it just like, it hit me in the shower and I was like, okay, cool. That was a weird time to do this, but all right.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of it is, I don't know what it is, guys. I've never studied that side of like, afterlife.
I've never studied it either.
Voices, not crazy voices, but like what is that word you use? What is called? Clairaudient. I never studied about that, so I don't know enough about that to actually speak on that. But I can say that if your kids come to you and say that, hey, I hear something, or hey, something doesn't make sense to you, ask them a question about it.
Yeah, listen to never turn them away.
Never turn them away, guys, because there's people out there with abilities that we don't know about, guys. So never turn your kid away, okay? Mm-hmm. My daughter said excavator. I think I've shared this story. The other day we was driving home and she looked over at this excavator and said, Dad, that's an excavator. Almost 3 years old and she knows what an excavator is. I didn't even know what it was called. I know it was a backhoe.
Right.
And then I like astronauts. So here in my office, I've got pictures of astronauts. She walked in here one day and she's like, Dad, what is that astronaut doing? And I said, well, what does astronauts do? They walk in space. I was like, you're not even 3 years old.
Wow.
And you're talking to me about astronauts?
She's intelligent.
It's crazy. It is nuts. I mean, she can carry on a conversation to me. I've said this, and I'm going to have to prove it. She can carry on a conversation just like we are right now. And she's almost 3 years old. She's very intelligent. And like I said, when she was born, they thought not enough air or oxygen was getting to her brain. The doctor looked at me and said, your daughter's not going to make it.
That is crazy.
And I looked at him and I said, well, send her to another hospital.
Yeah.
He said, well, will you sign the papers to have her air lifted? I said, give me the papers.
Absolutely.
So we had her airlifted to another hospital in Colorado. They took her in. She was in an incubator for probably, I don't know, a whole year probably. The back of her head, her skull didn't heal right. Now it's twice as thick as a normal skull on the back. You can't tell it unless you rub your hand on it. So she was on morphine as a baby. She was on morphine drips.
Whoa.
Wow.
So I mean, she went through DTs through morphine. They say that sneezing for the baby and all that stuff. So went through that. It was a heck of a thing, guys. But I could honestly say that I've got a handful because she will probably be 10 years old and sitting here next to me doing videos with me.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
That's crazy.
So it's just crazy how far along people can come and kids can come like that. Whenever they say that her brain didn't get enough oxygen. See, what happened is when she was born, the poop sac broke and she actually inhaled a bunch of the fumes and it basically killed her. That's basically what it did when she was born. The doctor pulled her out. I didn't get to see it because I had the curtain up. Doctor pulled her out and they tried to take her alone. And I was like, no. And when I say I stand up for our kids, I stand up for our kids, guys. Whenever he tried to take my daughter alone, my wife was still getting sewed up. And they're already trying to take the baby, which I understand why. Because she's not breathing.
Right.
So they put her on a table, and I'm walking right beside the whole time, guys. I'm sitting here watching all this stuff go down. And all of a sudden, she starts crying, and doctor comes in, and he's like, she's not going to make it. And I said, well, send her to a different hospital. So they ended up sending her to a child specialist hospital. They done this reheating thing, cooling thing, something they had in Colorado where they heat up the baby to a certain temp, and they drop the temp, and they heat it up. But they actually can have a seizure and kill them during this time. It was a 72-hour time period. They said that she would have to have blood transfusion, platelet transfusions, all this other stuff. She had to have nothing.
That's awesome.
Whatever they did with this heating and cooling thing healed everything, guys. It was weird. It was totally weird. I didn't even understand about it. So, yeah, it was really weird at that time. So, I mean, it's just weird what the doctors can actually do and what technology we have to actually help people and, keep a baby alive that the doctor said there's no chance for. So
I was a 33-year-old goner 2 years ago.
Wow. I remember you saying that. That's crazy.
My sister had a allergic reaction, I think, or something to the measles, mumps, and whatever shot when she was a newborn. Yeah, that shot. And my parents said she almost died.
Wow.
She almost died from it.
That's crazy.
She's still alive now. Now she has a kid now. I'm an uncle. It's very interesting to say.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
My mama had scarlet fever when she was 7.
Wow, scarlet fever.
Yep. She was in a one of those tents. I want to say for like almost 8 months.
Wow. Almost 8 months. See, guys, this is crazy because if you look at all this technology, guys, that we're talking about that gets rid of stuff, think about back in the olden days, guys, they had nothing.
Yeah.
If they got sick back in the Western days and stuff, they just died.
Yeah.
I mean, they had nothing for them.
It was herbs and whatever you could think of and prayer to the Lord.
That's all it was.
We've come a long way.
It's crazy, guys. Anyways, guys, I'm actually going to end this stream. I've been on here I've been on here 2.5 hours. So tomorrow we're actually, let's talk about medicines back in the olden days, what it became, what it was, how it happened and stuff like that. Let's make that tomorrow's topic. I'll be on tomorrow. What is tomorrow? Friday? Yes. I'll be on tomorrow at 10 o'clock again. So I think that works out pretty good. If it changes, I'll do a community post for you guys. But Twilight, is there anything you want to say before I boot you off here?
Just thank you for letting me come on and talk. And
no problem, bro.
Pick your brain a little bit about stuff.
Thank you. I mean, I'm literally, you're welcome on here anytime, bro. Anytime you want to. So you're welcome. We'll be back on tomorrow at 10 Central Time. And if anything changes, I'll let you guys know. And I'll let you know in a community post, bro.
I might hop in chat or whatever. I don't know.
Okay. You're good, bro. Have a good one.
Yep.
Nice to meet you.
All right, Scuba Sam, is there anything you'd like to say?
Did Insanity say what time he was going live tomorrow?
Insanity. Insanity, are you still in here, bro? If you are, drop what time you're going live tomorrow.
You Sam Squanch.
He usually goes live about 10 o'clock.
Okay.
So that's the normally time he goes live. I just wondered. 10 p.m. Indian said 10 p.m. I guess that is actually for Insanity. I'm gonna go live. I may go live.
Aren't you going live at 10?
I was gonna go live at 10. But who knows? Who knows? If it changes, I'll let you know though in the community post. But let's go for 10 Central time.
Okay.
So I don't know what time.
I think it's 11 my time.
Yeah, so something like that. Anyways, so
yeah.
Anything you'd like to say, Scuba?
Nope, I'm good.
All right, girl. I'll see you tomorrow then.
All right, later.
Have a good one. Anyways, guys, there you go. So tomorrow we're actually going to go on. We're going to talk about Western days, olden days, whatever you like to call it, guys. And no, it's not Red Dead Redemption. It's not a game back then. As we know, if you got sick, you basically died, or you lived, or you prayed to God that you actually either died or lived. Anyways, guys, in that note, I'm going to get off of here. What did Lil say? Let's read this. What teenies is it there, Bird Bones? Oh, so it's 12:35 here. So it'll be 10 o'clock Central Time is when I'll go actually live tomorrow. I think that's what you said. Anyways, so it's 10 there. Okay. Good night, y'all. Good night, Blonde Gypsy. I appreciate you being here. Dang, so we got all different kind of time zones. King Mike, thank you for coming. Such a great show. Yes, Barb, thank you. I appreciate you always. Good show. Good night. Have a good one, Sempharon. Rolo, hello, brother. Have a good one, bro. Rolo, I appreciate you being here. Awesome show. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that, guys. Anyways, guys, I'm going to jump off here. So 10 o'clock Central Time tomorrow, we're going to talk about the olden days, about the medicines they may have. So read up on your stuff, guys. I will play us something in the first of the video to actually kind of get everybody kind of where they need to be as far as medicines goes. I don't know how I'm going to do that, guys, but I will pull it off. Anyways, guys, go check out the channel if you have not. Like, subscribe if you have not, guys. Anyways, your boy Deuces is out. Thank you, guys. I love you guys. Have a good one.